It's showtime! Hello, and welcome. This is Unseen Universe. I am Mitch, but it's not about me today. It's not about me or anything else that I'm doing in this shed. We are here to talk to you guys. That's right. It's showtime. It's Barnsley. It's the Northern Invert Show 2022. I'm excited. I hope everybody else is excited. Thank you so much to everyone for tuning in. But first, before we start chatting to you guys, let me introduce my right-hand man, my wing gun. It's Gav. How's it going, Gav?
Hey up.
Hey up. Impossible Inverts. It's Gav. How's it going, my friend? You all right?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah,
Self?
good. Yep, I'm very well, very well. I'm pumped. So busy, man. Still got absolutely tons to do, but a little bit more about that later on. We don't want to talk about my woes and how much work I've still got left to do. And anyway, we're going to be busy. Everyone else is going to be busy. And we've got a couple of guests coming in tonight. Their first show ever. I'm excited to chat to those guys, but we'll introduce those very, very shortly. So, Gav, what we're going to do tonight is we're calling it the drop-in. We're calling it the Northern Invert Show, Unseen Universe drop-in. We're going to give you guys at home the opportunity, if you so wish, to come on. Gav's going to drop a link in the chat. If you want to come on board, just come in and we'll say hello and we can all have a big chat. We're going to talk about the show. We're going to talk about you guys. Who's going to the show? Who's going to the show? Let me see your hands. Hands in the air. Let me see you. Who's going to the show? I'm going to be there. Gav's going to be there. I went like that because I weren't sure which side it was going to end up on. Anyway, let's have a look. Let's see who's in the house. Right, okay. Well, start at the bottom and work my way up. I can see Spooky Dukes. How's it going, Spooky Dukes? Who else have we got? It's Invert Laws, Peter. How's it going, buddy? Claire, Aruna Exotics, Kaylee, Taylor Art. How's it going, Kaylee? Jeremy's in the house. How's it going, Jeremy? Woo! Who else have we got? We've got Greg, 8 Legs 4 Wheels. How you going, Greg? Nina's in the house. How you doing, Nina? And we've got Jay, the Spider King, is in. Who else have we got? Have I missed anybody? It's Stephanie. Stephanie's in the house. Hall monitor. How's it going, Steph? Oh, and I see Invert Kingdom. They are there in the chat. Don't forget, guys, Sidex and Ebs, they are joining us at some point tonight. I don't know when. They've not appeared in my green room. I hope they haven't lost that link that I sent to them a couple of days ago. So, Sidex, if you've got that link, I think Gav's going to drop it in as well. So whenever you feel like dropping in, guys, that is perfectly fine. Anytime you wish, my friends. Anytime you wish. So without further ado, I'll quickly introduce who we're going to have on tonight. It's Sidex, a.k.a. Francis, a.k.a. Invert Kingdom UK, and Ebs. They are joining us tonight, as most of you are probably aware, because you probably all know those guys. So they are going to be joining us. It's their first ever show. Woo! How exciting is that, Gav? Yep. First ever show, man. So it's their first show. They're excited, probably a little bit apprehensive, maybe a little bit nervous, but hey, it's going to be absolutely excellent. If I know Francis, he's probably right up for it, man, anyway. He'll not be nervous. He'll just be super excited, man. I'm excited for you guys. God, I can't even remember when my first show was. It's so long ago. I was so excited, but I'm nervous.
It's the first minute to come.
Yeah, I was a little bit nervous. I remember being, I don't think that's just natural, isn't it? I think to be a little bit nervous, especially when it's your first one. But those guys, they've got each other. They're going to rock up together, and I'm excited to see where they are in the pre-preparation kind of plans that they've got going on. So I can tell you for nothing, I am not ready. I'm nowhere near ready. In fact, why am I even here sat doing a stream when I've got lots of stuff to do? I have no idea. So anyway, Gav's dropped a link in the chat. That is the stream key. If anybody wants to come up and just join in and tell us whether they're going to the show, you don't have to be going to the show to come on board. You just have to be aware of the shows and know what an invert show is. If you know what an invert show is, if you're going to the invert show on Sunday, or if you just want to go but you haven't had a chance or can't make it, it doesn't matter. Come on board, because we don't just have to talk about Barnsley. We can talk about invert shows in general. It's all good stuff. So, So if anybody wants to come, Stuart can't jump in tonight. He's at the pub. Well, you know what, Stuart? That is fair enough, my friend. Fair enough. Good luck to you, pal. Have one on me. If I did drink, I don't drink, but if I did drink, I'd allow you to have one on me. Have a dandelion and burdock on me, mate. That'll do. So anyway, Stuart, have a nice time. I think Stuart is coming to the show on Sunday, so that'll be nice to meet him for the first time. So that will be major cool. Let's have a look. Darren's in the house. Darren says it is first ever invert show. Darren, is this the same Darren that won the raffle? That won my prize, the £50 gift voucher on Amy's stream? I'm not sure. I'm not sure either. Darren, if that's you, give us a hands up. Let us know, because I need to be expecting. Yes, there you go. We've had a yes. It is Darren. So, Darren, nice one, my friend. Come and see us, buddy, and I'll sort you out with that £50 worth of goodies. Just don't take all my good stuff. But no, man, you are most welcome. Come. It saves a bit of postage. It means you can spend that 10 quid that you would have cost you on postage. You can spend that on an extra invert. So that will be awesome. So there you go. No, calm down, Spooky Dukes. There is no actual raffle. It was a raffle. It was a giveaway that Amy did on her stream a few weeks ago when she did the invert shows, and I was a guest on there, and I offered up a £50 gift card to spend, and Darren won that, and he's going to come and spend that on Sunday. So that will be awesome. 8 legs. Greg's going to the show. I'm really excited. All the way from Berkshire. Wow, 2 nights in a hotel that I'm assuming that's before and after. Wow, man. Wow, that will be awesome, mate. Awesome. That's dedication, man. That is Jeremy. Can you see that? Greg is spending 2 nights in a hotel. Jeremy was having a right old moan to me last week when he said he couldn't come because he couldn't. It was going to cost him like. It said it was going to cost him like 100 odd quid to stay in a hotel. I said, dude, it's Barnsley. Where the hell are you staying?
I've sent you it, Ebs.
Yeah, anyway, Jeremy can't make it. But Greg's going to be there, man. Greg is going to be there. You're a star, my friend. 2 nights. 2 nights. That's commitment. We're all excited to meet you, Greg. Come over. Make sure you come over and spend some time with us, buddy. It'll be awesome. We'll have some chats and we'll have some fun, and it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day. Looking forward to meeting you, Greg. Greg, if you want to pop on tonight, if you want to pop in and have a chat, my friend, get yourself sorted out. I know you don't mind being in front of that camera. We're all friends here, my friend. If you want to come and say hello and get on board and have a chat, there is a link in the chat somewhere. Jeremy says it was a Premier Inn, of all things. I just don't believe it cost like 100 odd quid for a Premier Inn in Barnsley. I just don't buy it. Well, I just don't get it. That can't be true, can it? That can't be true. Premier Inns are like
what's going on around as well, because the
Premier Inns are like 60 quid, aren't they? Tops. I don't know. I'm not sure, to be honest. There you go. Greg says he wants an enclosure from me. That's awesome. Stuart, sorry, mate. Matt wants us will be taken to the show. Well, I just happen to have a list. I brought my list with me, just in case people ask me what I'm taking. I brought everything. See all those ticks on there, go. All the ticks on the list. That means I've made all the ID cards. They're done. I just need to print them off and laminate them tomorrow. So who's this? Raw
Is that
Reptiles.
Rennie and Jojo?
It's what? Sorry.
They're from Raw Reptiles.
Oh right, okay.
Is
yeah,
that Rennie and Jojo?
Oh, Rennie and Jojo.
Can you hear me?
It sounds like Gav knows you. I'm afraid you're new to me. So welcome to the stream, guys. Thank you so much for dropping by. And there you go, Rennie and both Rennie and N. There you go.
It's Rennie and Jojo.
Rennie and Jojo. Rennie and Jojo, welcome, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you don't know, I'm Mitch. This is Unseen Universe. Thank you so much for dropping in. I think it's your first time. I'm sure I would have remembered your names if you'd been here before. There is a fly running around on my monitor. It's doing my head in, but never mind. That's just the way it goes in the bug room, right? You get flies all over the place. I seem to have another infestation of small flies in the bug room. It's just one of those things, right? One of those things. So, have we got anybody new in the house? Anyway, yeah, sorry. What was I saying? Stuart asked me a question, and I'm taking all sorts, mate. I'm taking orchids, spiny flowers, giant Asians, thistle mantids, a couple of species of dead leaves, 3 species of dead leaves, some zebrata, gongis, idolomantis. I've got all your favourites, my friend. I've got all your favourites, and then a few extra on top of that. So I've got I think I've taken about 18 species of mantis to this show. Not quite as many as I normally take. I normally take a lot more than that, but But anyway, I'm taking about 17 or 18 species. But I've actually taken a lot more species of slings this time as well. So lots going on, guys. 4 tables we'll have at the Northern Show, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. So there you go. Right. No, we've got no classies. No, sorry. I do have Brachypelma, Hamori, and what's the other one, Gav? Amelia, that's it. Amelia and Hamori. They're the Brachypelmas I'm taking, guys. So yeah, no, I never found the spider. It's still running around. I've told you what's going to happen is it's going to grow till it's as big, till it's like a face hugger, and then it's going to do it to me. It's going to face hug me right when I'm in the middle of something. Me or Gav's going to get it. It's going to jump. It's going to jump from the rafters when it's grown this big. It's going to jump on Gav's face, and then it's going to run around like with a face hugger crab spider on his face.
I'm going to end up bringing it home.
And it's going to be hilarious. Anyway, let's crack on. We have some guests in the house. Here we go. The short answer to that, Raw Reptiles, is no. I'm afraid not. I don't think I've got any spare adult pairs going. Not right now. Sorry about that. It's very rare I have adult pairs for sale, to be honest, because obviously by the time they get to that stage, I tend to just keep them for myself. But I'll have a look. I'll have a look and see if I've got anything I can spare and let you know. So I'll let you know about that. Anyway, here we go. We have got the guests in for tonight. It's the Invert Kingdom UK. It's Francis and Ebbs. Let's welcome them in. Here we go. Yo, Francis and Ebbs. How's it going, guys?
Not bad.
I'm all right.
You all right? Good. Now, the first question I have for you is, how much more stuff have you got left to do?
Loads.
Pretty much all of it.
Loads. It feels like we've been doing it for getting ready for ages, and we've still got tons left to do. I need another year if possible. If we
another year, yeah, man, yeah. Maybe you'll be ready for next year's next Bond's show. Although knowing the Northern Show, it'll be somewhere else next year.
Yeah,
normally we seem to be moving around quite a lot. So yeah, there you go. So are you? I assume you've got. Have you got 1 table or 2 tables?
Just the one this year.
Just the one. We all start off with 1 table, man. We all start off with 1 table.
I was kind of questioning whether to get 2, but I thought I'd rather have 1 full table than 2 empty ones. So
yeah. I'm not going to name names, but I remember just before COVID struck, there was a certain company who they took on 3 tables, and they were going around advertising, saying, "We've got 3 huge tables, 3 massive 3 tables," and they got about they got enough stuff on it that was basically you could have fit on half a table. Honestly, it was embarrassing.
Oh dear.
So so yeah, one full table, definitely. But you know what? You're probably you're gonna get there and you're gonna be all like, oh, we could have filled 2 tables. You know, I bet after you've done tonight, you know, when you've like got a little bit more stuff to organise, you'll be like, you know what? We probably could have done with 2 tables.
It's quite strange it's hard to judge because obviously we've not done it before, and although we've been to shows, and we've seen the tables, you don't think about it as a customer from this perspective of how much can I fit on this table. You just think how much can I buy from this table, like. But so when we've written it all out, the stuff that we're taking, it looks a lot. But then when I'm looking at it in front of me, I'm like, should I have got more? Should I be taking more? Like, and then I'm thinking, we'll see, I guess, when we get there.
Yeah, I mean, it also depends what sort of size pots you're putting in. Because if I was to like list all the things I was taking, like not just the individual species, but list all the number of slings and numbers of mantis that I take, like I'm taking 18 species of mantis, probably 20. I don't even know how many slings we've got, Gav. I don't know, but there's definitely more on this piece of paper than this piece of paper. And if I was to but then I've got like multiples of those as well.
Yeah.
So it just depends what size pots and stuff they're going in. I mean, like on paper, it looks like I need about 10 tables.
Yeah.
But in reality, you know, you don't put everything out. You know, if you've got multiples of stuff, you put a few out and then you just keep them, you know, under the table sort of thing and just keep filling up as the day goes on.
Well, I've decided if my table's looking empty, I'm just going to take some big enclosures and put like 1 centimetre sling in it. And then it'll make my table look fuller.
That's a good
like
tactic,
a 3-foot vivarium, like a 3-foot tank with a tiny 1 centimetre thing in it.
Yeah, man, that'll work. Do that. Sorted. But no, I mean, to be fair, if I could squeeze my stuff into fewer tables, then I would do. Just because, like, let's face it, the tables aren't cheap, and you know, I'm not saying they're expensive. They're not, no. But they're not. You know, overheads and everything. By the time you've done, I mean, I have to hire a van. You know, I have to pay for me. I have to pay for me help. You know.
It's all right if it's Gav. Just give him a little tickle under the chin or a little scratch on the head. He'll be more than happy.
Really. You know what? To be fair, Gav. You know, he's a diamond, man. You know, he does a lot more than what I. I'm not saying it's slave labor, but you know. Now, man, I look after you, don't I, Gav? I look after you.
Yeah, you do.
He does. Yeah, see, I do, and I'm always giving him shit. You know. Although to be fair, it's like spreading the load almost now. You know, I give Gav a bit of stuff, and I know it's going to come back to me. You know, eventually, sort of thing. So it's like we're almost symbiotic now, man. We're getting there, aren't we, Gav?
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see Ebbs chilling out in the background there. Is that what she's been doing the whole time you've been preparing all week?
No,
it's like I should just been sat there like, right, we need those pole cripes sorting out. So if you want to just do that now, the tubs are over there, and the slings are there. She does what
the newsreaders do. They get a stack of paper and they just keep shuffling it on the desk, making themselves look busy. That's what
man. Oh, look at that face! I love it.
She literally, you do all the admin, don't you? So like anything that needs if it was left to me, there'd be no organisation to anything. So she does all the admin, and everything. And then I pretty much do all the more of the hands-on stuff, don't I?
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Partnership. Yeah. That it's a match made in heaven, man. It's a match made in heaven. Yeah, I'm still at the stage where I'm still like, because my better half doesn't have anything to do with what I do, sort of thing. So you know, she's there for. She allows me to have a room in the house. She's allowed me to have a massive shed in the garden. That is it. That is the extent of my partner's involvement in my business, and she's there for that. She takes a few things on the chin if I'm running around like a mad hatter, trying to get things organised and sorted out. So she's there for moral support, but in terms of in terms of strategy, planning, execution, and all that stuff that goes into doing bugs and bug shows and everything else, it's all me.
Yeah.
So, but you know what? I'm such a control freak. I don't think I'd like it any other way, to be honest.
Yeah, I have to have it down there. It has to be my way or no way. To be fair, it's like it has to be my way.
I can imagine arguments tomorrow.
You know what? I'm just remember, guys. Just remember. Just take a deep breath. Count to 10. Like if you're really getting on each other's nerves, man.
She's great when it comes to admin and stuff like that. But we can't put a piece of furniture together. Like we can't.
No, we end up arguing, don't we?
Oh,
Yeah,
I love it.
She's like, leave it alone. I'll do it. You're doing it wrong.
Yeah. Well, again, with me and my partner, basically anything that needs doing like that, man, it just gets left to me. Jackie does not get involved. It's like, if there's anything needs fixing or any hands-on building or any kind of anything, it's just like it goes on the list of jobs, my never-ending list of jobs. So
I'm not the DIY person.
It's usually me.
Yeah, I'm not good at DIY.
Oh my goodness! Brilliant.
Eb's dad, he has a construction company, and so like
I kind of grew up with it.
My attempt at DIY probably ashames him desperately. Like he probably he probably says to Ebs like in on the sly, like, why could you have why him? Like why?
Oh mate. Oh no.
I put up a shelf.
Are you just a big letdown, man?
I put up a floating shelf in the invert room.
And you had to go and take him down, didn't you, to show him it, because you were like, look what I've done.
It was my greatest achievement in the world. I had to take him down, but look what I've done. And then he was like, oh, let me just see if it's any good. I was like, oh, I wouldn't pull on that side.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, nice one, man. Nice one. Right, I'm just going to quickly say hello to anybody who's new, who's come into the chat. Welcome, everybody. If you've just come in, just briefly, we are here. We are chatting to Francis and Ebbs, the Invert Kingdom UK. It's their first show on Sunday. And if you're not aware, it is the Northern Invert Show on Sunday. It's the second Invert Show of the year. It's my first show of this year, actually. It's my first show of this year. I didn't make it to the south. Was it the southeast show? Where was it? Yeah, Taunton, southeast, wasn't it? So no, southwest.
Southwest.
So southwest show. Yeah, I didn't make it to that one, and I didn't make it to Seas either. But I'm going to be going to the Northern Invert Show. It's the first one for me. It's the first one ever for the Invert Kingdom UK. These guys, honestly. I'm jealous. I'm almost jealous of that anticipation, that feeling of going to you. Well, I know it's not the first show you've ever been to, because obviously you guys have been rocking up shows for years. I know that. So, but it's the first time you've ever gone as a vendor and seller and trader, etc., whatever you want to call it, and that's going to be so exciting. If anybody out there has got any questions for Francis and Ebbs about their upcoming first ever show, if you want to ask them anything, please feel free to put that up and ask these guys, and I'm sure they'll do their best to answer anything you might want to ask. So if you're curious about what goes into prepping for a show, if you're a punter, you've been to shows, but you've never obviously been a trader or anything like that, and you're just curious about what goes on behind the scenes, how we prepare building up to the show. For me personally, it takes about a week to start preparing, because obviously I can't just drop everything and start preparing for a show. I've still got all my orders from the website to deal with. I've still got all my usual husbandry, feeding, breeding, and just general, all the stuff that I do day to day anyway. Well, then on top of that, I've got to start thinking about getting the stock ready for the shows. What am I taking? Organising that, thinking about making sure they're in clean containers, clean pots, making sure it all looks good on the stand. There's all this to think about, and obviously you can't change the substrate or the tissue, whatever it is you're putting in the pot. You can't change it too soon, because it'll just be dirty again by the time Sunday comes around.
Yeah.
So you've got to kind of time that right. So it's like, Thursday, Friday, Saturday are the days you want to start thinking about doing that. So then it becomes all a bit of a rush. And that's just one small element of the build-up to it. You've got all sorts of things to think about. And so if you've got any questions whatsoever about how, as traders, we prepare for the shows, what it's like on the morning of the show, what it's like on the day of the show, and then obviously we have to pack up and we've got to unfold and reverse that whole process to, to feed back all that livestock back into the general humdrum of your daily bug room activities. So it's a lot to think about and it's a lot to prepare for. And honestly, it can be quite overwhelming. So based on that, I'll just quickly ask before you go to Greg's question, how's that felt so far, you guys? How's it felt, like in terms of everything I've just said about, maintaining your daily duties in the bug room and orders and all that other stuff, but then also now having to think about, just preparing and how you're going to approach the whole thing, sort of thing. I know it's a very open question, but
it's been eye-opening, I'd say, because we've experienced shows in quite a few different ways. We've experienced it from purely just a customer standpoint. We've experienced it from helping out Invert Shows UK with the door and the raffle and stuff like that. We've helped out on this table. We've had experience of working a table before because we've worked on the Spider Shops table and we've worked on Portsmouth Tarantulas table. So we've had that kind of experience, but then doing it all yourself brings, and how you have to approach it brings a whole nother element to it. And I think it's been really eye-opening to see just what goes into it from that perspective. Yeah. And I think that's what we're looking forward to, isn't it? Just experiencing it. You say, it's a lot of work, and the prep starts long before the show. It's not even just your inventory stuff. It's promoting the show because, of course, you put in all this work and you want as many people to turn up. Promoting the show, continuing your daily stuff that you would do anyway, your day job, and then just making sure every box is ticked, because the last thing you want obviously is to miss something and something to go wrong. So it is quite daunting, but it's also, for us, it's been quite a enjoyable experience.
We have had to change a few things. Yeah,
make constant changes. Just as you think you've got something sorted, you have to make a change. And it's like you were saying about timing everything, knowing what you've got left to do and when the right time to do it is, and not leaving yourself too much to do, but then not doing things too early. Because the other thing that if you do it too early, like you were saying, you not only will things be dirty again, but you can cause undue stress to the inverts that you're taking as well. And so it's a learning experience, but it's also been a really enjoyable experience up to this point, and we're just looking forward to the experience more so than anything. Things may not go 100% perfectly how you think they're going to go. You might get with some surprises or whatever, but this first one is predominantly for us going to be about the experience of the whole thing.
I think tomorrow is going to be the worst part of it all.
Yeah, the prep work, the final prep work. That's when the nerves really kick in.
Everyone packed in together. And
the prep work. It's when the nerves kick in the most as well. I've not been nervous up to this point, but I've felt them a little bit today, and I'll probably feel them a little bit more tomorrow. And then those couple of hours just before the show opens, I expect I'll be very nervous. And when people first start coming through the door,
you won't get a chance to be nervous in those hours.
Yeah, there you go. I was just about to say exactly what Gav just said. I was thinking exactly the same thing. Trust me, guys, you will be setting up right to the wire. You will not have time. You'll not have time to be nervous.
Tunnel vision.
You'll not have time to be nervous, man. You'll be too busy. You'll be setting up,
I'll be more nervous tomorrow when we're catching them all to pack up.
I'll be all right with that. But we're juggling the kids as well, isn't it? That's another element of it. Juggling the kids and making sure they're all sorted because they're going to their grandmas, and making sure they've got everything they need. And try not to worry about them when we're not with them and stuff like that. So the kids add another element to it as well.
So we'll probably not see each other really tomorrow until we do that live stream.
No, because you'll be sorting the kids and I'll be down there.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you'll be done and dusted by the time, because otherwise I'm expecting because your live stream starts at 6, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
that'll be when most of the final packing, like tubbing up's done. Like tomorrow I'll be spending making sure any stuff, I've got everything that we're taking and that everything's clean and organised or whatever. But there will be some tubbing up and stuff that I'll have to do of, like I say, some of the bigger stuff and stuff like that on the evening. But yeah, I'm hoping not to leave myself too much to do in the evening.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, traditionally, I'm usually working till about early hours in the morning. You know, when I was doing it all by myself all the time, I would always be just last minute things like printing things off or laminating like ID, like cards or whatever. I'd always be doing something right up until like 2-3 o'clock in the morning or something, and then I'd go to bed completely wired, and then just not sleep a wink, and then you'd be up, first thing in the morning, and just power through the day on adrenaline alone, man. Do that. Just about,
I said I'm stocking some Monster for show.
Yeah.
You just see me, I'll just be vibrating like
between Gavin.
What do you want?
Between Gav and Ebbs, Monster will be given a blooming sponsorship.
But I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. Not only is this first show more about the experience, but you were also saying that even though you got a lot to do and you're a bit, concerned about making sure everything's okay, but you did say that predominantly you were just enjoying the process and the experience. And I think that's so important, because you don't want to get yourself so overwhelmed that you don't enjoy the experience, because that's what it is. It's a day full of experience. Yeah. And I've got to tell you, man, I think when you've got your stall set up and you start getting some customers and you basically spend the whole day doing what you love, talking to people about tarantulas, slings, whatever else it is you've got going on, you'll spend the whole day giving advice out, telling people about what you're selling, advising people, helping people to set up. You'll get people asking you the same questions over and over again. But you know what? You will not care. You'll just absolutely love it, because you'll be talking to a different person with a different perspective, with a different background. Some beginners, you'll be able to talk to people on a beginner's level, which is always fun when you see their little faces, or you've got kids coming up, and they want to know what's going on, how to look after a spider. And you're just staring at the future of entomology and the hobbyists. But then also you get to speak to complete other end of the spectrum. You get to speak to people who you've probably been talking to online for years, who come and see you. You've maybe never met, and they come up and they're like, I've been ordering from you for years, and oh man, I can't believe I'm talking to you. It's great to meet you, and also just really other breeders, more experienced people. You can get to share your knowledge firsthand, and yourself, there's nothing better than being in the same room with somebody else who shares your passion and just talking. You'll be hoarse by the end of the day. But you know what? It's going to be absolutely amazing, because you're just going to be talking about what you love the most in the world all day long with people.
That's what I love about the shows. The fact that it's literally a room full of people that love what you love. That's from every other angle that I've experienced the shows from. That's always been my favourite thing. Like the fact that you're in a room with everyone else that loves what you love. And it's like you said, people come up to you and they may know you from as a trader or from YouTube or social media, or people you've spoken to before but never met, and you get to meet all these different people and just engage about something that you're all passionate about. And that, for me, I absolutely love that about the shows.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be very, very good. I hope it's going to be really busy, because you know, it's the first Northern show. There's obviously been a show down south, and this is the first one up north. So I'm hoping that all these good Yorkshire folk are going to all turn up, pile in, you know, and make it a really, really busy show, because it's potentially, you know, it could be one of the busiest, because you know, we don't get many shows. We only get Doncaster is the only other real like kind of Northern show kind of sort of thing we get around here. So I'm hoping everybody's going to pile in and do that. So let's just have a quick look. We've got a question from Greg. What's the most expensive thing you will be selling?
Depends how much you've got in your wallet, Greg.
There you go.
I think it's 60.
No, it's a bit more than that. Without putting a number on it, we've got a couple of females that we are selling with enclosures ready to go. So they'll be our most expensive items. Without putting an actual number on it, because the prices at the moment are something we're still in areas adjusting. So we wouldn't want to say an exact number on anything until obviously the last minute. So
yeah, fair enough. Do you want to give any inclination as to what those species are? And well, feel free to advertise, my friend.
My Instagram has given a little indication of some of it. We have sub-adult, adult female Poecilotheria regalis with an enclosure.
Nice. It looks very nice.
We've got a Heterogogia maculata female and enclosure. That one's already been nabbed. Adult female Ceropagabus species Haiti and enclosure as well. So yeah, we've got some nice females. We have 2 sub-adult female agens as well. One slightly bigger than the other. They don't come with a setup. They will just be on their own. But yeah, we've got some nice females. For our first show, I think I'm pretty happy with.
We've got a lot of
the stuff we've got.
Yeah,
we've got a nice variety. I think we have got like limited numbers of a lot of the different stuff we've got. Obviously, being our first show, and we are still very small and operating on a small budget, so we've had to watch, you know, how much we spent, because you don't know what to expect from your first show.
We've got
a good range, I think, for our first show, so we're quite happy.
Good.
My keyrings.
Yeah.
What? Sorry.
My little keyrings.
Oh right, you're knocking out some keyrings, are you?
Yeah, she's made some spider keyrings. So.
I see. I look forward to. I'll come and have a look at those. I like a nice keyring. So I was going to ask you actually, have you digged yourself out with matching t-shirts, and have you got anything lined up? Here we go. Look, here we go.
You won't miss us because
are they? Oh, look at this.
Our logo t-shirts.
Woo! Nice. There you go.
And our table will be decked out, of course, with tablecloths.
Yeah. Awesome. There you go.
Green and blue. So
yeah,
you should spot us.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, if you didn't know, we'll be we're the pink stall.
Yeah.
We're all pretty in pink, me and Gav. So there you go.
Red t-shirts, so you can't miss
Red t-shirts, pink. So yeah, there you go. And I'm thinking of taking play cards right to this show.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of taking play cards right on tour. And,
that'd be cool.
I think I'm going to take it to the shows, and
that'd be cool.
Yeah, I haven't decided yet, because it just depends. Because obviously, the store can be pretty crowded, and I don't really know how it will work, to be honest.
It might work pretty well as things are starting to die down. It might work pretty well.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to Gav this afternoon. I was saying when I said I might take play your cards right, I might just have like the quick fire, like beat the board sort of thing, and let people can, a couple of quid, try and get from one side of the board to the other, maybe win a sling or whatever. So I haven't decided yet. It's going to be one of those last minute decisions, and I think there you go. I'm already getting people saying take the cards. Take the cards. There you go. So I might do that.
For yourself, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So sorted. So listen, guys, if anybody else wants to come on the chat, please feel free. We're probably going to be here for at least another half an hour or so, maybe 45 minutes. I haven't decided yet. Depends how it goes. So if anybody wants to come on, have a little chat, and basically just talk about shows and their experiences. You don't necessarily have to be going to the show on Sunday. Even if you've never been to a show, but you really, really want to go to a show, you've always thought about going to a show, or you've been going to shows since shows started. You've been going to all the shows every year forever, and you've lost everything because of it. You've lost your house, you've lost your wife.
That's going to be me.
You've got nothing. You live in a shed full of bugs that you've bought from shows because everyone else in your life has left you.
Mitch can see into my future.
I've been there, mate. I've been there. Well,
I think Jeremy should come up so we can bully him into coming into the show.
Yeah, Jeremy, come on, Jeremy. Why are you skulking around in the chat, man? We know you like to be on. We know you like to show your face. We know you're not shy. So there you go. What's Claire saying? Does everyone hold back, especially for the shows? Does everyone hold back, especially for the shows? Does she mean the punter? Does she mean us as traders? Do we hold back?
Yeah, like do you hold back stock, like?
Yeah. No, actually, no, I don't. And I'll be honest. The reason I say that is because, from my perspective, is because I've got a lot of stuff, so I don't really need to hold anything back. I've always got stuff that's not on the website anyway. So, and I've got so many more things in the bug shed that's not on the website. So it always looks like I've held a load of stuff back, but it's just because I never have time to keep the website updated all the time because things are so fluid, coming and going. There's absolutely no point in just holding back for stuff for the show. But I could see why a lot of people might do that, but it's not something that I do. So. Yeah. Have you held anything back, especially for the show, you guys? Because obviously, I don't know what your stock list is like on a day-to-day basis. So maybe you've decided to hold back a little bit, just so you've got a bit more
for the lists, haven't we? And we've said,
we held back from posting a list for publicly, simply because. Obviously, we were still sorting out through what we were taking and whatever. And our stock is a lot smaller compared to established people. Yeah. So we are taking a good portion of what we have, aren't we? We were taking some stuff that we've pulled back from taking simply because we have. For example, an LP that we're waiting to sex properly. It's of a good size, but we've not had a reasonable malt from it. So we want to wait till we know the sex of it. We've got a Grammastola Pull Cripes that smashes its malt every single time it malts. And so we've ummed and ahed about potentially keeping that for a breeding project. So there's some stock that we're not taking. But pretty much what we have at the show is a good portion of what we have, basically.
Yeah. One of the most expensive ones we had on, we've decided to take off
because
of...
We had an adult female H. Himalayana that we were taking, but then a mature male's become available.
It was actually Jeremy.
So we've decided to obviously keep that one back, and we're going to attempt to breed that one ourselves now, obviously. But pretty much, see, this show for us also determines what step we take next, sort of thing. Yeah. Because we don't want to plan too far ahead too soon. We would, depending on how this one goes, how we feel about it, like to go to potentially the Bristol show.
A few people have asked us to do the Bristol show on this.
Yeah, and that gives us a couple of months again then to like rebuild ourselves up and whatever, depending on how this show goes. But right now, I just think because of the size of our operation, it doesn't benefit us to hold things back. To be honest with you, we don't.
Yeah. I think I just caught something else that Claire said. It just made me pick up on what she actually said. And also I guess she's meaning also that yes, is there any like super cool stuff that I might just want to take to the show, because people are always looking, yourselves as show goers, you're always looking for something a little bit different, hoping to spot something a little bit, I mean, as a trader for some years, I tried to cater for a wider spectrum of people as possible. So I always keep the regular stuff, the beginner stuff, and the showstoppers and the crowd pleasers and all those other things, but I also really, it's nice to take some cool stuff. But I'll be honest, in my experience as well, whenever I have taken any cool stuff in the past, you 9 times out of 10 you come back home with it, and the reason for that is because most people don't want to spend that much money at the show. So it's only every now and again you might get lucky if you take something quite rare, or because obviously, as you know, there's an inversional proportional law that says if it's exotic and rare, it's expensive. So it's that relationship is integral. So the problem is people don't go to the show to spend so much money on 1 or 2 species. Every now and again you get some people turn up and say, I've been looking for these, I really want these, I don't care if it's going to cost me 500 quid, I'm going to pay it. But that happens, it's so few and far between that happens. I think for me, taking rare stuff generally means I'll just come back home with it. So I kind of stopped, to be honest.
That happened with the Cosmorus Femeralis.
Yeah.
We took them and then ended up bringing them back.
Yeah. I think also as well, unless people are looking for stuff, if something's so unusual or rare, most people ain't got a clue what it is, or they've never heard of it. So they just walk on by, unless you're like a hardcore invert hobbyist, and you know what's what, you know what I mean, which is actually quite rare.
See, the only thing I would say in relation to have we got anything that we don't normally have or anything like that is obviously people know my love of Balfouri and stuff like that, and it's very rare that you will see me part with Balfouri, because normally if they come into this house they never leave again because they're mine. But we are actually taking some Balfouri, so because my primary focus with the Balfouri now is to just have my adult females for my breeding projects, with potentially opening this up to doing more shows. I haven't got the space to have 50,000 Balfouri for no other reason than just because I want to. So we are taking some Balfouri, which will probably shock for a lot of people who know me, and my love for Balfouri will probably shock a lot of people. They'll be like, And when I'm not going to promise that if someone picks one up and wants to buy it, that I might not change my mind and snatch it off and be like, no, it's
I can't do it.
Dude, I'll be looking out for this. You'll be like, no, get on.
Or Ebbs will sell one, and then I'll chase the person around come back!
Like, where did it go? Who was it?
Yeah, I bet you've just made them ridiculously expensive, so nobody buys them, man. That's what's going to happen.
Only £900 for an unsexed.
Bargain.
$1 million.
That's nothing. But
we do have something else that's like not seen very often either. So, but we're not telling you where it is.
Moderately so.
Ooh, there you go. You heard it here first. There's a secret thing. They're taking something secret. They're not telling anybody, and they're going to unleash it on the show on Sunday. So look out for that. I'm excited to see what that is. So we've got a little tip here, which is a good point to make. Have you guys thought about taking a card reader? Are you taking a card reader?
Yeah. We're not taking one this time, but we are. We are taking. We are able to. We are going to accept PayPal. Sorry, when I can get my words out.
You're going to accept PayPal. Yeah, there you go. Because I'll be honest, I take a card reader, and there is a lot of people want to pay by card, and you don't want to miss out on a sale just because because for whatever reason some people don't want to give you their PayPal details, or they don't have cash and they want to pay by card. And it's because since COVID, I noticed at the Doncaster show, which was my first show last September since the pandemic, I noticed that probably my card reader sales went up by a good 20% after COVID compared to before. So it's definitely something to think about, guys.
We have thought about it. Look, we have spoke about it, haven't we? And I think it's something we do plan on doing at future shows, like even the Bristol show, if we do that one, because we do know how important that will probably be for us, because obviously, like you say, it's not just even about just people not having cash. It's some people, like you say, with the effects of COVID, are more.
They just don't want to. Yeah, they just don't want to. They don't want to mess about. People don't want to. Still, people don't want to touch cash. Whatever, and things like that. But yeah, and also the card reader doesn't cost you anything. To get it, you just you just order it. You hook up your bank details, and that's it. It's done. If you don't use it, you don't get charged. There's nothing to it. So, and there you go, Sum Up reader. You can get it next day. I used Sum Up, and it was dead easy. And well, she says it's next day. I think it took mine a few days to get sorted out, but
I'm not believing the postal service at the moment.
But you don't have to. It doesn't cost you anything to sign up for it, sort of thing. So yeah, definitely worthwhile for the next show. So I think
stickers. And they haven't turned up.
I saw you post on that. So sorry, that's tough, man. That's tough.
I mean, they're only stickers, but still, but it's annoying because, of course, now we're in a situation again where the company's saying take it up with Royal Mail, and Royal Mail are saying take it up with the company, and it's it's just a pain in the ass, because it's just something that was nice to have on the table that people could just help themselves to, sort of thing.
Absolutely.
But instead, we're going to take our old stickers. The one that was on the box that I sent to you, the green one. Yeah, we're just going to take those ones instead. It's because I still got those left. As much as it's not our up-to-date logo, it's still something people can take away with them. So
yeah. Have you got some business cards made up?
We've got those are supposed to be on the way as well.
Right, okay, cool.
That'll be something that we're hoping will come in time.
Yeah, there you go. Spooky Dukes. She does all that. She does all stickers and stuff. I'm actually in the. I'm in the process of. I'm in talks with Spooky Dukes right now to get some stickers made of myself up. So
that's awesome. Thank you for that.
So right. What's this message from who was it? It's James. It's James, isn't it? Yeah. Is there anything not on your website which I can? Yeah. Well, yes, mate. I've got just mantises. I've got a few species that I think not on the website. But yeah, most things are on the website. I don't really have anything super cool at the moment, James, I'm afraid. I haven't had anything super cool for quite a while. I leave that all up to you guys now, I'm like an old man of the group. I just like I'll just get all the old boring stuff in. No, I've got some older coolies, some I don't know if you bothered about some Parabolophorus coolies. I've got some 6th instars pairs going. 5th or 6th instar pairs of Cooley. I don't know if you bothered about that. I've got some older Devils. I don't know if you bothered about Devils. Like I say, I don't think I've got anything exciting. I've got nothing exciting, James. I don't think I've got anything that's going to excite you too much, my friend. Because I don't really know what you've got. So, but I'm guessing because I know you're in and around all the other guys around the Mantis groups and stuff. So you've probably got loads more cool stuff than I have. So yeah, I don't think so. Some Congo Greens, some Sphodo Mantisaurias. I'm taking some older pairs of those, 5th, 6th instar pairs. Like I say, the Cooley 6th instar pairs. Diabolicas, they're about 4th, 5th instar, so they're getting quite big now. I've got some Zebratas, but they're quite young. And that's it. All the rest is kind of... Oh, I've got some Eludens as well, but they're very young. They're only 2nd instar. So, yeah, I've got nothing overly exciting, I'm afraid, James. Just the regular stuff. So, there you go. Yeah, Jeremy, Cooley pairs. I've got some... so, yeah, let me know if you want a... If you want a pair in your box, you'll get one for your box. Because they're getting on. They're at 6th instar now, so they're going for like 25 quid each. So yeah, you'll get one of them in your box. Rocky Mountain Spider Freaks are in the house. How's it going, guys? Welcome. Thank you so much, all the way from Canada. How's it going over there? You all right? What time is it over your end? Oh, it's 10 o'clock here.
Before us, isn't it?
Yeah, but it depends whereabouts in Canada they are, obviously, because it's a massive place.
Golden.
Whereabouts are they in Canada anyway? Are they?
They're in Golden.
I don't know. I don't know where anything is in Canada, to be honest.
Oh,
so I'll let them tell us instead of us like giving ourselves headaches. So yeah, but obviously it's a, you know, it's laterally it's massive. So
yeah.
They could be 4 hours behind or 7 hours for all we know.
4 p.m.
4 p.m. There you go. 4 p.m. So yeah, so it's 6 hours. So they're quite far over then. Cool. Golden, British Columbia.
I think Jeremy said he wants some of them in his box, right? And Mitch was saying you'll get one in your box. So you put one in the box and then say if you want the other one, you've got to come to the show to get it.
He's not coming, man. He's not coming. He said he's not coming because apparently it's going to cost him 100 quid to stay in a Premier Inn in Barnsley. Really? Yeah, I think that's the exact face I pulled when he told me.
100 quid for what?
I reckon it was just like having a laugh.
There won't be any Wi-Fi because all the cable and stuff will have been nicked.
Yeah, Jeremy, you know what? If you think it's because you're not going to get Wi-Fi up here, we do have electricity and we also have broadband. So there.
Got pigeons too.
You are, dude?
We've got pigeons too.
Yeah, exactly. We've got pigeons. We've got all sorts up here now, man. We've got transport and everything. It's great. So there you go. £114. Look, Jeremy says £114 for a Premier Inn. That can't be right, can it? It can't be right.
£114 for a Premier Inn. We'll only charge him 100 quid to sleep in that place.
I'm almost tempted to Google it right now.
They'll just charge you like 50 quid if you just turn up on the night.
Knowing Jeremy though, it'll be like he'll want room service, he'll want a spa bath.
He's got a whole suite.
You know, like, he'll want the pen. It's like, excuse me, is that Barnsley? Yeah, I'd like Barnsley Premier Inn. I'd like your penthouse suite, please. I want a spa bath. I want pedicure.
You'd be like, do you know who I am?
Yeah, do you know who I am? I'm Jeremy. Jeremy's Wild World.
Jeremy, if it's 114 quid for the Premier Inn, I'll do you a deal. For just a measly £100, you can sleep on the floor in my spider room.
I said that to him. I did offer.
That'd probably be heaven for him.
Yeah, he'll probably be like, that's fine, but anything that escapes, I'll keep. Catch and keep policy.
Right. So, don't forget, guys, if anybody wants to come up and join us for a chat, and if you want to just like come up and give Jeremy some stick, then that's perfectly fine too.
Even if you don't know who Jeremy is, it's fine. Just join in anyway.
It doesn't matter. Jeremy's cool, man. Jeremy loves it. He loves it. He loves being part of the whole thing, so it's fine. He loves it. He loves it because secretly he knows that he's young. I'm not. He's the future. I'm not.
I'm gonna. That's a deal there from Rocky Mighty Spider Freaks. That's a deal.
What we got? Oh, look at that. There you go. £1,000 each. Woo!
We love them that much, though, that we wouldn't charge them. It's fine.
Brilliant. There you go. There you go. You've got an invitation right there. It probably cost them more than that to get here, though, won't it?
Yeah. Well, we was having this conversation.
They're coming over at some point.
Are they? Cool.
Yeah. They're going to do a UK tour.
A UK tour?
And then we're never going to let them go back.
We're going to come and see all the YouTubers.
They keep sending me all these videos of the wolves that are like near them, and I'm just like, don't, because
you love them.
Yeah, because they're just like, here's some wolves. This is why you need to come visit.
They had their photos, their wedding photos. They had wolves in the background of their wedding photos. Cool. How cool is that?
That's cool.
That is cool.
Not jealous at all.
There you go. Oh, look, Stuart's coming on. Looks like Stuart's coming on. He's home. He's rushed home. He was at the pub. He's rushed home because he can't. He's got FOMO, and he couldn't handle it any longer. He had to get in on the action. So there you go. So sorted. Because everybody else is hiding away. Jeremy don't need GoFundMe, man. He's loaded. He's loaded. He's fine. He's fine. Don't worry about it. Jeremy don't need any extra funds. I'm surprised he just didn't rock up. He just turns up with shows. He turns up to shows with wheelbarrows full of money. That's what Jeremy does.
He's like, really, isn't he? He's had a room booked for weeks. He's just saying he's not coming so that he can just rock up and be the the shock arrival of Jeremy. It's all for attention, Jeremy.
It's all for attention. We know. He's getting his shed. He's getting his shed next.
Yes.
He was asking me how big my shed is. He was asking around all the groups how big everybody's sheds are.
More than a Premier Inn, Jeremy.
He's going to wait. He's going to wait and see who's got the biggest shed, and then he's going to get one bigger. That's what he's going to do, just so he could say. So I'm assuming it's in his parents' back garden, or wherever, because he's in a lovely part of the world, Jeremy. I think he's probably got a lot of land around him. Spa around the back, stables,
and his car.
Yeah, there you go. He's probably So there you go. He's probably gonna pinch a little bit, a couple of acres of land.
Filipino leprechaun.
It was St. Patrick's Day yesterday, wasn't it?
Right, yesterday,
oh, bless you, Jeremy. We love you, man. We love you. You know what, Jeremy? The only reason we're giving you grief, man, is because we love you so much, my friend. If we didn't love you, man, we wouldn't waste all this energy.
But biggest one will be
Manchester. Right, yes, we are, Claire. We are. It's all about the shed size. So there you go. So the what's next? What's next?
I was about to say, what airport did we go to America from? To Steph, and then she put it in comments straight away.
Oh right.
Yeah. Oh, and then there's me 10 minutes later answering the question. I'll answer you next week if you ask me a question now.
We were all on different times then.
We'll get there eventually.
You're going to have to excuse me. I have to blow my nose.
I think somebody asked earlier what our link was or where they could find us. But for anyone who did ask, we're on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all under the same name, the Invert Kingdom UK. So
there
you'll
you go.
find it easy enough.
I was just about to do that, but you beat me to
Instagram
it.
and YouTube earlier.
I think Gav did drop a link to your some of your socials anyway.
I got steps to it.
Yeah, there you
legend.
go. There you go. There you go. Invert Kingdom UK on tour. Here they are. Look, Ebbs and Sidex. Invert Kingdom UK. Go check them out. They are everywhere, all over the socials. YouTube videos, of course. YouTube live streaming, of course. One of which is going to be tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. The Invert Kingdom UK. They are live streaming. It's going to be mayhem. I'm going to dip in and out. I'm going to keep popping in and out throughout the stream. That's probably going to be chaos over there. So I'm looking forward to that.
It might be
seeing
like
seeing the carnage.
it might be like an episode of Jeremy Kyle or something.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait. It's going to be great. So there you go. Tomorrow night, Invert Kingdom UK. They are live streaming their final preparations for the show from 6 o'clock. Tomorrow night onwards, they're going to be live streaming. So it's Invert Kingdom UK over on YouTube. They also are on Instagram by the same name, Invert Kingdom UK. TikTok, I assume you guys are on TikTok. I don't do TikTok, but I'm assuming you guys do because you're young and hip and with it. So you are on TikTok just like that. And Facebook, of course, the granddad of the social medias. Right there, they're also there, Facebook, and I think that's everything, isn't it, guys? Are you anywhere else?
Facebook's our primary platform for if you have any questions relating to anything we have or anything like that. We did have a website, but we decided to take it down for cost reasons. At the time, it just wasn't cost effective for us. But for now, we operate through our Facebook page. So if you've got any questions and stuff like that, then Facebook's the best place to message us.
Yeah. Cool. There you go. If you so they have always got stuff to sell, like I just said. They don't have the website anymore, but if you want any lists or you want to find out what they've got going on, message them over on Facebook, Invert Kingdom UK. That's where the best place is to catch those guys and find out what they're getting up to. But also keep tuned into their YouTube channel, regular streams and videos. And also the shorts and all that sort of stuff, reels and posts. And I can't keep up with everything that's going on.
You kicking me?
I like going to sleep.
You just kicked me.
There you go. You're getting all kinds of likes and subscribers and all sorts of things.
Thank you.
So yeah. So Doncaster, I guess you guys have been going to Doncaster for a few years as well, haven't you?
I've never actually been
really?
to Doncaster because obviously I originally lived in the West Midlands. I'd never made it up here. And then when we moved up here, COVID was a thing. And then the last time it was on, we didn't get a chance to go. But we are hoping.
I was working.
You was working. We're hoping if I can get the day off that we're going to just go, like, not as traders or anything. We'll just want to go. I think it's the 3rd of April or something, is it? Something like that.
It's 3rd of April.
So we're hoping to go.
Yeah, it's 3 weeks after this show on Monday. So it just gives me enough time to get everything packed up, and then I'll start thinking about the next show. So I mean, to be honest, man, Doncaster shows are, even though they're historically a herp show, obviously the inverts have been. They've been getting more and more and more involved in that show, and it has become a lot more of an invert show. It's still predominantly a reptile herp show, you know.
We love our herps anyway, don't we? So,
but yeah, honestly, it's rammed, and especially if they've got, you know, like the September one they often have like 3 floors. They have 2 or 3 floors. It's absolutely rammed. It's rammed to the rafters. It's so busy. It's definitely one of the busiest shows.
It's definitely
in
one
the calendar.
That I want to go to.
And they do 4. So I'm surprised you've not been, because obviously it's not a million miles away, is it? So
no, it's one that we really want to get to. So I'm, like, typically for work, I've got my rota now up until the 2nd of April. So I'm literally just waiting for that day.
Yeah. Perfect.
And if I've got it off, there's a good chance we'll go in it.
Yeah.
It's really, really busy. Callum, how you doing, mate? You all right? Yeah,
Hey,
it's very, very busy, and it's definitely a good show. But there was a dicky bird telling me that they're not accepting any new invert people into the shows, because I think there's grumblings about the fact that it's becoming more. There's more and more invert people doing it year on year on year. There's been more and more invert people, and I think they're a bit concerned that they're losing their identity as a herp show. You know, because it's been going for donkey's years. It's been going for decades. You know, as a herp show, and then, you know, like 10 years or so ago, inverts started getting more and more involved. So yeah, but it's definitely worth going to, because it's always really, really busy. So anyway, we've got it looks like we've got a pro in the house. He's got the headset. He's got all the gear. He's going to put us all to shame with his crystal clear clarity of his DSLR footage and all that jazz. So anyway, we've got somebody else in the house. We're going to bring on Stuart Wood. Stuart Wood, you ready, buddy? Give me a thumbs up, my friend. There we are. There we go.
Hopefully I'm ready.
Hopefully you're ready. He's ready. How's it going, buddy?
I shot off from the pub just to get on here.
I know. I was saying to them when you dropped me that message saying I'm on my way. I'm on my way. It's like,
I honestly thought your stream was tomorrow night, so I was like, I'll get to the pub with the missus. That's okay. I left her at the pub anyway. So
yeah, there you go, Gav. That means it's working. The whole consistently trying to do streams on Saturday nights generally, and I'm trying to like get it into people's consciousness.
I didn't even check the date. It just popped up saying you've set a live stream. Yeah, that's Saturday night. So yeah, that's Saturday night. And then I was at the pub and it popped up saying in half an hour. I'm like, half an hour? What? Seriously? I wouldn't have gone out if it was in half an hour.
Sorry, man. I did schedule it yesterday, so you obviously missed that initial scheduling from yesterday. Yeah. But yeah, I had to bring it forward just because I'm going to be way too busy tomorrow getting ready for the show and everything. And to be honest, I just felt like I might not be ready, and rather than cancel the stream, I would rather just bring it forward and do it tonight. And also,
definitely,
Ebbs and Francis are doing their stream tomorrow night, so I didn't want to clash with that as well. I thought they can have Saturday night. It's their first show. They're super excited. I'm like the old man of the group. I can take a step back. It's perfectly fine. They can have Saturday.
How old are you?
I'm just going to keep chipping in. How old am I? I'm older than you, buddy. That's for sure. It's the big one. It's the big one in next year, man. Next year. Next year.
You're definitely older than me, then.
Big one next year. But we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about how old I am. Because I'm a big child at heart, man. So people always... people never believe...
The older you get, the more stupid stuff you do.
But you know, when you're like really, really stupid to begin with in your younger years, it's like you're gonna
pretty high. The only difference is when you fall off stuff when you're younger, you don't hurt yourself. Whereas now you break a leg or something.
That is true. That's true.
You start to regret things.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, is the pub just round the corner, Stuart, or did you...
Technically, it's about 20 minutes away, but I got home in like 10, so...
Wow, that is dedication, man. That's dedication.
Well, there's no one in the car with me, so I don't have to be careful, you know what I
Brilliant.
mean?
Anyway, so this is Stuart. Stuart is... I've only just recently stumbled across Stuart because he started coming into my streams, which I'm very, very grateful for. Thank you very much, sir. Mm-hmm. But Stuart, honestly, if you get over to... Stuart, do you want to plug you know more about your YouTube channel than I do? I've only just... All I know is that it's got some amazing videos of macro photography, video stuff, macro video, out in the field, studio stuff. Honestly, it's all about macro. It's absolutely amazing. Stuart, do you want to talk to us a little bit about YouTube?
My name's Stuart Wood. I am a macro photographer and YouTube content creator. I'll be honest with you, I stumbled across it, and it took off, you know. So I love it, you know.
So I guess you
had a bit of a bad year last year with the stuff that can't be talked about because YouTube will fire down your video because if you mention it. You know, and then I had a bad PC. Oh my god! I mean, I'm going to do a video about this soon. I've got to give it another 4 weeks to make sure it's still stable. But literally, I had a really slow machine, and I was trying to push these live streams. And as you probably know, it takes a hell of a lot of power to push a live stream, and my system just kept going.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to do that? No, get lost. So
Yeah.
I built a new machine, and it was more unstable than my old one. And I was like, what the hell? I'm not going to tell you why. I'm going to save that for my video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous why it was unstable, you know?
Yeah.
But that's all up and running now. So that's a lot of stress off my head. And, you know, the new spring is coming, new macro season's coming. So
yeah,
I'm hitting the ground running, basically, as you can see from my live stream in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
That's going to be...
I'm looking forward to that.
That's throwing myself in the deep end, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
trying to photograph a jumping spider live on YouTube and edit the images as well is
I'm really looking forward to it because
it's gonna be good.
I hadn't done. I used to be a macro photographer before I started doing more of the bug breeding and stuff. You know, I've been doing macro photography on and off for 15, 20 years or so.
Yeah.
So, but I'm only just really getting back into it again. You know, the live streaming and everything. It's like you were saying. Once you start hooking up your DSLR, I've got 2 DSLRs I'm trying to hook up, you know, a camcorder above the head. Once you start trying to get all these multiple cameras going on, honestly, if your laptop is nothing short of excellent, you know, top of the range gaming laptop sort of thing, you're just not going to manage. You're just going to fail miserably.
I intended. I mean, this live stream is it's the end of like a 2-year journey, because I wanted to do it years ago, but I just physically couldn't do it. But now I've got a 16-core processor in here now, so I'm able to just push whatever the hell I want at it, and it just laughs and just keeps on going. You know what I mean? As long as Windows doesn't pack in, of course, because that's the weak element in the computer is Windows. You know, so hopefully it'll go well. And I was going to ease back into it. But then I thought, you know what, screw it, I'll just jump straight into the deep end.
I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do a live stream.
Yeah, it's like when you started doing your live streams, you was like, you know, if a spider runs away, who cares? It's live anyway. And I thought to myself, well, yeah, if it doesn't work out, it's still entertainment either way, isn't it? You know, you can watch me struggle, effing and blinding, or I don't know, or like I had, I've got my rig. Yeah, like I had because obviously I'm doing a lot of promotional images for the live stream. So I did a shoot with my jumpy spider. I think it was yesterday, and the little critter jumped right inside there. So it's actually in there. So I had to take that off.
Yeah.
This is the front of the flash that goes on the front of the rig, and he's actually inside there. And there's a little nook and cranny that's just the exact same size as him, so I couldn't even get anything in either side just to prod him out. I was just like get an earbud and just like poke. And because it's round, as you know, with jumpy spiders, all he does is just back off, going around it, and I'm like, I'm not getting anywhere here. I might as well just give up and try again. If that happens in the live stream, that's going to be mental. I'll tell you.
That would have been great on a live stream. Just watching everyone just sat watching this spider go, nope.
But, I mean, when it comes to this live stream stuff, I mean, you learn from your mistakes. When I first started my channel, I thought to myself, I want a main camera. So I had I think it was a 650D at the time. And oh my god, the autofocus is it's crap basically. It's in and out. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my god. So then I had to go and get an 80D, and that was fantastic, brilliant camera. Anyone wants to start YouTube, get an 80D and a 24mm lens, brilliant. Yeah, most of my work was done on that. And then I thought, I want an overhead. I want an alternative camera. It just grows and grows. And I went out and I bought 2 webcams. I bought 2 Logitech webcams. I thought they'll do the job perfectly. The problem is. Can I swear?
Best not.
Windows couldn't recognise which camera was which when they were plugged in because of the same model.
Yeah.
It's mental. So, if you want to do multi-cameras, buy 2 different model of cameras because Windows does not play well with the same model of camera.
No, it doesn't.
It just doesn't recognise which is which.
Yeah, I have exactly the same issue with my video capture cards.
Yeah.
Stupidly, I bought 2 video capture cards. One for my camcorder, which I do the overhead shots with, and one for my DSLR, which I do the Criticam on. But I bought 2 of the exact same model, so now when they come up, Windows just gets really confused about which one's which, so I have to remember.
Do you know what I use for my overhead and alternative
in,
cameras? So... Did you know what I use for them?
For you what, sorry?
Do you know what I use for my overhead?
Nope.
iPhone.
Phone. Yeah. Okay, cool.
And you can stream wirelessly from that to your computer as well.
Yeah,
so I can put it anywhere in the studio. You know, I'll be using these on my live stream. I've got 2 of them.
Yeah.
I'm going to wob off with the wife's phone for the night. And there's 3 pieces of software. You just hook it up and it works flawlessly.
Yeah.
The only problem is, again, you have to use 2 different versions of software. You can't use the same one for 2 cameras.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's absolutely nothing wrong with using iPhones. I only use DSLRs because I just happen to have 3 of them. So I just, you know, I've got my old DSLRs, and also the Canon, my newest camera, the Canon 6D that I've got. Well, I say newest; it's quite old now, but
It just won't rotate.
It's just so much. It's so much better to use as that's the camera you can see looking at me now.
Yeah,
and it's just so clear, and it's so stable. It just sits there, you know. But I know loads of people who just use phones, and they produce some really, really brilliant footage, you know, video footage and various other things. So absolutely nothing wrong with just using a phone.
I only use my phones now, but I'm not going to lie, I do miss my DSLR. I had a DSLR, and as and when I can afford another one, I will get one, because like you say, there is nothing wrong with using a phone, but if the opportunity comes up to upgrade to something better, I'm sure most people would. Like, it's just because
if I had the money, I'd have myself an R5 for the photography and an R5C for the video. Plain and simple, you know. But here's the question: I could drop, say, 10 grand on new equipment, but quite honestly, who would even notice it on YouTube?
No,
you know what I mean? Who would notice it?
I know he wouldn't, because especially unless you're on
I've been putting video out. And I've been using the iPhone a lot more. Not one person's gone, "Oh, you're using your iPhone now, are you?"
Yes.
but that's a good testament, because if people aren't going, "What's wrong with the footage?" that means they're engaged in your video and they're liking the content, and that's all that matters, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell people, because people are, you know, I get a lot of photographers come to me saying, "Oh, I want to start a YouTube channel. What should I do?" And my advice is just start.
Yeah. Exactly.
Don't mess around. Just start.
Yeah. Just
more videos you do, the more experience you get, the better you get at it.
Yeah. Exactly.
I suppose it's the same with breeding spiders. You know, the more times you do it, the more success you get. You know.
Absolutely. Yeah. It is very much trial and error. Very much experience. Very much. Experience is everything when it comes to, you know, what we do. So. I could talk cameras to you all night. In fact, I think, Stuart, what I've decided is I think we'll save the techno babble for another night, and I'm gonna get you on board another night, man. We'll get together and we'll just
drop me an email. I can sort that out.
We'll just talk macro and all that good stuff in then. But for now, this stream is more about the Northern Invert Show, so we're going to get back to that. So, Stuart, you are going to the show, right?
Yes. Yeah.
You are. You're going to the show. Have you been?
I'm going to be there when the doors open, because I've got a very busy day, because I live in the Midlands, so I've got to get. I think it's a 2-hour drive to get up.
Yeah, Midlands.
Yeah. I want to get there for 11.
See you, Greg. Thanks for calling in, mate. I'll see you. Sorry.
See you, mate.
See you later, Greg. Greg's off. We'll see you on Sunday, my friend. See you on Sunday.
I've got to do the whole show.
Yeah.
Get what I need, and then get back in time for the Formula 1 race.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Because unfortunately, with being the first race of the season, someone's bound to spoil it on Facebook or YouTube.
They will.
The worst one is when someone texts me, "Go, oh, did you see the race? Such and such one." No, I haven't, but thank you very much.
I'll be honest. I'm a bit out of touch with Formula 1. I kind of stopped watching it about 4 years ago, I think now, and I've not really got back into it. And I don't really know why I stopped, but for whatever reason,
you got repetitive.
Well, there's that.
Man, don't beat around the bush. You got repetitive, man.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't really stop watching it because of the Formula 1 itself. It was more about me and what I was doing in my life. You know, all of a sudden, dedicating 2 hours on a Saturday and 3 hours on a Sunday to watch the practice and the race. just didn't seem very practical for me anymore.
See,
I just couldn't do it,
double up,
so.
you see, because I've got 2 monitors. Yeah, I'll just show you this. Got the 2 monitors here. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Look.
So you got
Stuart's a pro. Look, man, got 2 monitors.
editing on that one, and then Formula 1 on that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
I've got you, man. I've got you.
I'm in the double monitor club. I'm in the double monitor club.
Yeah, see, once you go double monitor, you can't go back.
I know.
You just can't do it.
I know.
Well, that'll be you soon, Mitch.
You what, dude?
That'll be you soon.
I know. You know what? I keep thinking about it, but it's just having monitors means dedicated space, which I just don't have in the bug shed. Because this table and this area, even though it's my dedicated streaming area, it's still a functioning workspace. So I can't just have. I have to keep the table clear during the day and day to day. I can't just. That's why I just use the laptop, because then I can just bring the laptop in, take it out. But the cameras are all set up. I've got the DSLR there. I've got the Canon there. I've got another DSLR down there.
No excuses, dude. Look, see. No excuses. Look.
Get them out the way.
You don't.
And you can stack them on top of each other as well. You can stack them on top of each other.
Honestly, man. Honestly, it really wouldn't be worth risking it. Honestly, stuff will get knocked over. I just can't dedicate a space to expensive electronic equipment. It's bad enough that I have to keep moving this camera, the overhead one, to the side whenever Gav's here, because he just hits his head on it every time he gets up.
To be fair, I can relate, Mitch, because I have this desk and all this set up here because, like you, my invert room, it needs to be practical. My desk needs to be clear and down there and whatever. But I mean, tomorrow night, obviously, I will take certain bits of this down there just for that. But I couldn't keep it all down there all the time. Simply because, like you say, it needs to be practical because it's a working space.
Yeah. And this is why I've worked so hard to create this corner, this space to, I've had to, it's come at the expense of not having as many inverts, to have nicer things behind me, to have a dedicated area. I mean, I could put another 4 shelving racks in here where this table is. I could bring so many more inverts in, but I decided I wanted a dedicated streaming space. Because otherwise, I'll just not produce any content. You know what I mean? If I have to keep setting up the table, setting up the cameras, setting the computer up and everything every single time I want to do a stream, I just wouldn't do it. So that's why I had to have a dedicated space. I would love to have another shed that's just for streaming and macro work. I would love to have a dedicated, a spring-loaded table with the proper macro work set up, everything rigged up. I bet you've got that.
Shed comes first.
So there you go. Spiders and inverts come first, man. So Stuart, is this your? Have you been to shows before? Are you a veteran, or is this your first show?
I've been to Hannah. How many shows have we been to now? Is it 3? Yeah, I think we've been to about 3, but this is the first show in several years.
All right, okay.
Because of the thing that we cannot talk about, So it's the first show in. It's the first show in several years that
Wow. So you've probably never even been to an invert show then, because invert shows have only been going about 5 years.
Yeah, they were mostly just a little
they're
hall with
only
a couple of tables. I mean, the first one I went to, I think there was only 6 tables.
Wow.
It was quite small.
Well, I was just about to say, you ever been to the Doncaster one, because that one, and then there's BTS
I've actually bumped into you before. You just don't remember.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry
about
that.
I can't remember where it was, but you had the massive Unseen Universe banner.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. My channel wasn't as big as it is now. Back then, so I wasn't really recognisable. I've been recognised once at a show. Well, technically the daughter was recognised, and the guy spotted her and then started going around the show looking for me, because he wanted to say hello, and I'm like so embarrassed that someone recognised me. You know what I mean? It's weird.
Yeah.
It really is weird.
That is weird. Yeah.
Well, I said to you, didn't I, Mitch? Once I worked out that you had a channel, and it's like, we had royalty in tonight.
Yeah,
You know how many subscribers he's got.
I didn't realise how many he got. About 30, 35,000.
34,122.
He knows exactly how many he's got, man.
Well, check because everyone was putting their numbers in the chat, you know, and I was like, do I want to do that? Because it might look like I'm showing off or something. I put mine in there. You know, so I thought, in the end, no, I won't bother. I'll just leave it.
You've got a handful more than me.
Yeah, you got a few more. You got a few more than us lot combined, man. Combined. Although I've picked up a few new subscribers tonight. I think I've only got 5 more to go to hit 1,000. So I'm really excited about that. So that will be cool. So
excellent.
Not be long. 1,000.
To be fair, my road to 1,000 wasn't too bad. I'm finding that each 1,000 after that seems to be getting harder. It's like most people say that the first 1,000 is the hardest because you're generating traction. Yeah. But for me, it felt kind of the opposite. 1,000 kind of just came out of nowhere. 1,000 to 2,000 was slightly harder, but this between 2,000 and 3,000 has been an absolute.
Yeah.
I don't know. But then, to be fair, my output has varied as well, and that can have an impact.
I think that's the key. I was just about to say, have you noticed any? Is there any pattern in terms of your behavior in terms of posting videos and making content and stuff like that?
Yeah, so it's definitely. I reckon it's definitely in correlation with obviously the output.
You've got to remember that people are fickle, man. No offense to all my 995 subscribers, but people are fickle, man. You know, if you stop producing content week in, week out, people are just going to go elsewhere, and then you can lose subscribers quite easily, or people just disappear from people's radar. You might not necessarily lose them as a subscriber, but they just stop. They just stop watching your stuff, don't they? You know what I mean? So for whatever reason,
it's the algorithm. That's
yeah.
Basically, I can put out a video, and I've got 34,000 subscribers, and only 1,000 people will see it because YouTube won't notify them.
Yeah.
And in my eyes, if you're subscribed, you should be getting notified because you've clicked the subscribe button.
Yeah.
Even people that click the bell icon still don't get notified.
Yeah, I've had that before. Like people I've been subscribed to for ages, I've randomly been unsubscribed from people. I've randomly had no notifications. I'm finding videos pop up 2 weeks after they've come out, and it's like, okay. So it's no wonder you do lose some people. And I also find when you do multiple platforms as well, which is it's a good way to get your content seen. But momentum seems to shift between platforms. Like you'll see a certain amount of growth on one platform and then that'll die off. But then you'll, for some reason, pick up momentum on a different platform. So like as my YouTube's sort of slowed down, my TikTok's got better or my Instagram's got better. And then that'll slow down and a different one will pick up. It's quite strange how it works. And I think you could spend a lifetime trying to figure out all the algorithms.
You can't. All you can do really, there are a few, I mean, Stuart will know this better than anyone, but there are a few key elements to making sure that you do what you can to make sure that YouTube is happy with what you're doing in terms of feeding into that algorithm, and there's just a few that I think are like core things that you really, really have to do, and I do know that consistency is one of those things, making content. It doesn't matter if you're making content just once a week. Consistency doesn't necessarily mean doing it 2 or 3 times a week. It just means if you're going to do it so many times a week, make sure you stick to that and do that regularly, So once a week,
I built mine up doing once a week.
Yeah, exactly. So, but also, obviously, it doesn't matter. You can lick YouTube's arse all you want and feed into the algorithm all you want. It makes no difference whatsoever if your content is naff.
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody's going to watch it if you are naff.
And the important thing as well is you can go to an extreme of where you're trying too hard and you're pushing it too much and you're trying to pump out too much content. And it's better, like you say, to commit to like one video a week that's you've put all your effort into than 5 videos a week that you've only been able to give 10 minutes each to. And because the quality is going to fall off then, isn't it? It's better to put all your effort into 1 video a week than
I think so.
5.
It's definitely
and burnt out as well.
Yeah, it's definitely worthwhile if you've only got time to produce 1 video a fortnight. But it means you can focus on that 1 video and make it good quality, make it really good. You know, make sure the content's interesting, good content that people want to see. Rather than, like you just say, knocking out 2 or 3 a week, that's just a bit naff. So, but
and live streams are great as well because you get the interaction with people, you get an idea of what people enjoy, and they do give good watch time as well. And people get to know you as the content creator.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've said this before, and I was stumbling along. I mean, my YouTube channel's about 10, 11 years old. I've been on YouTube, but I've been so sporadic. I think I spent like about 4 years. I never posted a single video, you know, and things like that. I'll come back I'll make a comeback video, and I'll be all like, right, I'm going to start posting videos. I'm going to make videos like all the time, you know, regularly. I'm back. And then I'll make about 2 videos. And then, like, about another year goes by before I'm seen again. You know,
I'm back again.
And then I'll make a comeback video. And but you know, it's just not realistic for me to be able to make videos, you know, in terms of like the time and effort going into all the editing and stuff. And that's why I just decided live streaming is the way forward for me to make any kind of content. And that's why now I've got this little dedicated area. And with live streaming, I don't have to worry about editing. I don't have to worry about all that fancy stuff that goes on behind the scenes. Something I'm sure that Stuart probably spends 90% of his time editing videos. And I remember, you know, I remember when I used to do a lot of macro, most of my time was just spent in the editing software, you know, just to post a video, just to post a photo. I could spend 5 nights, you know, 1 night shooting macro, 5 nights editing one decent, half decent photo just to post on a Friday night. You know what I mean? That sort of thing.
What I've started doing, longer. It might help out people, is I started doing batch videos. So what I'll do is I'll do a video on a subject with a follow-up video and then another follow-up video that's able to be recorded back to back. So you just get the recording out the way, and then you just go on. That's what Jaden does, isn't it? I did.
Stockpiles footage.
I've just done what's in my camera bag. Next week, well, hopefully Sunday, what's in my video bag will come out. Then I got stuff that I collected on the beach. It's like this stuff.
Cool.
Focus. Yeah, I ain't got to focus.
Yeah, dude, your super fancy camera and your super fast lens is not that fast, is it?
There you go. So, but then by collecting those, I then go on to a photo shoot with it.
Yeah.
Jumpy spider or praying mantis. So, because you know the lights are all set up anyway, but I figured just keep going, yeah. And then I've actually found myself now with 5 videos that are all lined up ready to edit. Yeah, it's going to be boring editing it. That's where the racing comes in, you know. But I ain't got to worry about recording now for several weeks if I don't want to. You know, just do whatever I want to do.
To be honest, I actually used to really, really enjoy the editing, but that was the problem. I enjoyed it so much, and I was so like anally retentive when it came to like wanting to put together the best possible video. Well, the thing is, I'd end up bigging it up so much in my head. I've got so much. I've got so many. I've got external hard drives full of years of macro footage, video footage, macro footage, never to see the light of day because I've just never have found the time or inspiration to go back and edit it all. You know, so it's and I end up I just ended up not producing any content at all. But live streaming has given me a whole new lease of life now. It means I can just, and also I'm quite happy to just come on, waffle on, make a few mistakes, bumble my way through some things. But you know, at the end of the day, if I'm producing content and I'm interacting with you guys, then I've actually found that this old introvert actually really loves live streaming. It's weird.
Yeah. I liked the live streaming when I used to do it. It was fantastic, you know. But like I said, bane of my ass is this computer at the moment, you know, I couldn't live stream on it. It was just way too unstable, you know. And it wasn't until January that I figured out what was up with it, got it fixed. And like I said, I just jumped myself in the deep end, do a jumpy spider live shoot instead. Cool, I could have just done a quick Q&A instead to test it, but where's the fun in that, man?
Yeah, speaking of filming, we're going to be filming the Invert Show on the Northern Invert Show on Sunday from our perspective of trading, which I think will be a really cool and interesting perspective for people to see. Because like you were speaking earlier, Mitch, about what it's like preparing for a show as a trader. I think it'd be interesting to see from a trader's perspective the actual show, because you know, I've filmed shows like a lot of other people who do YouTube and go to shows, and at some point it all gets the same video just on a different channel, filming the tables, filming the queue. But it's I just think it'd be a good perspective to do the show from.
It's funny you should say that, man, because it looks like they've stolen our idea, Gavlar. We actually decided a while back that we've not said anything yet, but me and Gav are we're gonna try and live stream parts of the day from our perspective as traders. It's not something I've done before. I normally just do like the token video, you know, showing the table and doing it. I usually do a little video when I'm sat in the car first thing in the morning, you know, like just to say, right, I'm ready for the show. I'm just about to set off, all that sort of stuff. But I think I'm just going to do a series of live streams throughout the day. Yeah. So it's going to be like, you know, I'm hoping to take the laptop and get the webcam set up. So it'll be like a little live stream of like the table being set up and, you know, maybe a little bit during the day. It just depends how it goes, you know, because sometimes you're just so busy, you just don't really get time to do all these things that you feel like you want to do. So,
well, that's the thing. We as opposed to a live stream, I think we're just going to film it as we would a show video, like in segments of the day, and then I'll set it together afterwards. Yeah. I did consider potentially doing a TikTok live at some point in the day. To my TikTok, but then I think I've thrown that aside simply because I don't want to be too much focused on trying to do live streams and stuff like that. I want to just enjoy the experience. So I think just getting bits of footage when I can, and maybe having a camera set up to do a time lapse from the table and stuff like that. It's going to make it so much easier just to do that than try and focus on a live stream, because as you know, live streams, there's a lot to juggle in a live stream, and it being our first show, we don't want to have that to contend with as well as the table itself.
Especially when it's just me and you on the table.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
so we're just going to do a video. Not sure how long it will be, but we're just going to do a video.
Yeah, that'll be cool, man. Right, I'm just gonna interject right now because we've got Andy from Spiders. He's been waiting patiently in the green room. He's here. He's going to come and join us up on the screen. He's going to give us a little bit of a chat. Andy, give us a thumbs up if you're ready, my friend. He's there with the thumbs up. Here we go.
Hey, how are we all?
It's Andy, Spiders. How's it going, buddy?
I'm very good, man. I wouldn't quite call it the green room, but, you know, I thought I'd come and show you what a proper bed looked like, man.
Gav's in the green room.
Yeah, how is everyone? You all right?
Yeah, we're sorted, man. We're buzzing, health. My friend. We're buzzing. Good,
good.
Are you? Is it a bit too far of a trek for you, Andy? I mean, this one's the northern one. So are you coming to this one, buddy?
I am, mate. Yeah, I'll be there.
Excellent. Have you? Because I guess some of the others that are further down south are a bit of a trek for you, I imagine.
Well,
because,
I've only done one before. I went to Bedford last September, was it? I met Sidex and Ebbs.
Yeah.
Bedford.
Well, I shouted at you across the car park.
Yeah. In the services.
Typical Ebbs.
You know what I'm like? I just saw him walking across the door. I was like, "Oi!"
Poor bloke's minding his own business, just walking across the car park, and then out of nowhere, a Yorkshire accent, like, "Oi!" He must have thought he was about to get mugged.
Oh, you're right, man. I just thought I was back home.
Excellent. So yeah. Awesome, mate. So, are you on the lookout for anything in particular, or are you just going for the Well, obviously, you're going for the whole experience and the day, but
yeah,
sorry,
everything. I've got a little pre-order in with Sidex.
You have?
Which
okay,
I'm looking forward to picking up. But yeah, I'm just gonna have a look. Like at Bedford, I wasn't after any. I didn't buy any spiders. I just bought stick insects.
What?
But this time round, I've got loads of stick insects now. So this time round, I'm on the lookout for something a little bit more.
I think that's the beauty of the shows, isn't it? Because like even if you mainly keep spiders or you mainly keep this and that, you can always guarantee you go to the show and you will find something that's just a little bit different, something you maybe didn't think about, like that you wouldn't. It's not been on your radar, but you go to a show and you see something like for real in person, and you think, actually, this looks really cool. I might have to think about getting this.
Yeah, I did one. Millipedes was the one. I kept looking at the millipedes at the show, and then I never pulled the trigger while I was there. But I bought some just before Christmas. I bought them just before Christmas, and they arrived just after. Like,
cool.
Yeah, I got 4 things on my list I need to get Sunday, if I can find them.
What's that then, dude?
I need some young jumping spiders because mine are starting to get walking sticks and falling off stuff. In fact, I actually bought them as old adults in the first place because I got sent a lens that I needed to get tested, and I had 2 weeks to test it and no jumping spiders. I'm like, well, I can't wait for them to grow up. I need an adult jumping spider to test the lens with, so I just bought them as adults anyway. So I need some jumping spiders. I need an orchid mantis. I need a spiny flower mantis. I don't know who's got them at the show. Did anyone know who's got them at the show?
I wonder.
I don't know.
I might just have a few there at the show, my friend. So.
And then the hard one for me, I'm hoping someone's going to shout out in here, is a Caribbean versicolor. I need a Caribbean versicolor.
Mitch has got some nice ones of them.
Yeah, what size? Wait, what was it? 1 second.
Wait, never mind him.
Here we go.
Never mind him. What sort of size are you thinking, buddy?
I'm just looking at a little one. It's a little sling that can grow up with me. I think the last one I had was probably male because it lasted about 4 years, and then just basically dropped dead.
Okay.
I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I absolutely loved that spider. I mean, it was friendly. It was nice colours. Great for macro photography. Especially if you put it on a nice like a brown background, because then the blue in it just stands out, especially if you boost the blues in the post-processing as well. And I went to feed it, I think it was last year sometime, and it was just dead. And I'm like,
well, you know what these things happen, man. Sometimes these things happen, so this is the perilous journey that we are on as invert keepers, man. Yeah. Sometimes they just drop off the perch, and we have no idea why, So
my first jumping spider did that, and I was gutted. Man, I mean, I looked after that thing. Everything was perfect. I didn't do anything wrong. Yeah. And I went in there one morning. It's just on its back like that, and I'm like, "What are you doing, buddy?"
Yeah. Well, it might.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. It's not doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens more often than you'd like, doesn't it?
It does.
No.
It does.
Awful.
It's
no matter how long you've been
I mean,
in the hobby.
at least with an adult spider, you got a feeling of when it's getting to the end of its life. It stops being grumpy at you. It stops feeding. Sometimes.
Yeah, there is.
It
can be very frustrating when they're when they've got past that danger phase, and you think they've stabilized, and you think they're doing really well, and then they just die on you.
Yeah.
It's.
I mean.
It's more annoying than anything nowadays.
I've got a Phidippus, I think it's Comatus, I think you pronounce it. You guys will know the better names for them. I want to use that spider on my live, and I've just got a feeling that when I come on the Thursday for the live, it's going to be dead.
You'll be fine.
I think I need some backup spiders just in case, because you never know.
Yeah.
Backup's always good.
Yeah. So, well, anyway, I don't know whether Sidex, have you got some small?
We've got slings. Versus, yeah.
Because I've got slings, but Sidex has got slings. So I'll tell you what, I'll sort you out with the mantis, Stuart, and Sidex can sort you out with the versicolor. So there you go.
That sounds like
How about that? Is that all right? The spiny flowers that I've got are actually they're a little bit older than young nymphs, but they're just at that stage now where they're starting to get their colours coming through. So they're actually at a really, really good stage for like some really nice macro. So so they'll just be right. So yeah.
And with that,
so that'll be good.
And with that, peace was upon the world again.
Yeah, we're done. We're done.
The chat's a bit disappointed now. They're like, they're waiting for a war. No, but to be fair, if people come to us and they're like, "Have you got any mantis?" I'll be like, "Nope, go see that guy over there."
Yeah, there you go. Thank you very much, sir. There you go. And I shall do the same. If people are looking for something that I haven't got, I'll send them your way, man. No problem there whatsoever. So there you go. I am nothing if not diplomatic. So there you go. So yeah. So how long is it going to take you to get down to Barnsley then, Andy?
It's 2 hours from here, apparently.
2 hours.
Yeah, I've got a lift. The same girl who gave us a lift to Bedford, a girl that I work with. She worked with us at Carfest last year. We went to that, and a couple of people from work sort of offered to come along as well. And then she came to the Bedford show, and then she's coming again. She goes on. The girl goes away in June, I think, doing that Camp America. So it's a last chance to catch up and see Greg and Nick and everyone that does the Bugfest lot. Last chance to catch up with them before she goes away, and it means I get a lift there as well, which is awesome.
Yeah, cool. That's good then. That's good.
That Camp America is meant to be a great experience.
INVERT Kingdom, yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I've worked with it. Well, 3 years I've worked at this place, and so I've been there a lot longer than me as a young person coming right through. But now she's like in a final year in uni, just about to graduate, and she applied for this and got on it. I think it's in a YMCA camp in Maine, I think.
Yeah.
But she's also won before she's even started, she's won a 10-day holiday at the end of her time over there on the West Coast. So she's gone to LA and San Francisco and all that. So already I'm dead jealous, if I'm honest. The more she talks about it, the more I want to go myself.
Hey, can I just bring somebody on quickly?
Yeah.
So I'm going to be going with my daughter. So I'm going to bring her on now. The problem is she can't wait to get to the show, but the problem is she doesn't like spiders. So you go figure that one out. So
it's a good job there's other things there then besides spiders.
Yeah, there's some other cool stuff.
Hello. So, hello, daughter.
You okay?
How are you? Welcome. Welcome.
Bless her.
So what are you most excited about?
No, you're not going to be that sore on Sunday. You better not be that sore on Sunday because I'm taking you with me. Yeah.
So does your daughter have a name, Stuart?
With us as well, so there you go. At least say hi.
Hi.
There you go. She speaks.
That's the most you're going to get out of it. Hi, a wave, and that's it. I'm going to make a bet with you guys now. What's the bet in that she ends up wanting a spider by the time the end of the show is?
There's a good chance of it.
Because she's like, I don't like spiders out, but last time I took her, I had to buy her a spider. So, she's bound to have one.
I mean, the majority of things there will be spiders.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
There tends to be more spiders than anything else. So, but
I've noticed that. I mean, obviously, I've been keeping an eye on shows and stuff like that, and I've noticed how they're growing in size. I mean, when I first started my channel, first started my channel, I think we had 2 shows maybe.
Yeah,
I know of, that is. And then when you got there, it was literally, you had room to move, you could breathe.
Yeah.
The last one I went to, and this was several years ago, obviously, you couldn't breathe, man. It was that crowded. There was just hundreds of people in there, you're trying to shuffle to get to the tables because obviously you've got the bargains first.
Before the invert shows, there was obviously Doncaster, BTS, obviously.
Yeah.
C's, and then the other entomological ones, the Midland Fairs, and then so there was still quite a few. There was still quite a few shows. I mean, now what the Invert Shows has done, it's basically just it's given people a real lifeline, especially like traders, because some traders go to all the shows, and it's not just now. There's basically a show every single month. Every single month of the year, there's at least one show.
Was it 2016? I got my first jumping spider. I had to get that off eBay because that's the only place you could get a jump spider. I mean, I looked. Obviously, there's probably someone who was selling them out there, but not like this now. You type it in now, and it comes up with half a dozen websites where you can get these things from now. It's becoming more readily available. You can even get them from local shops now. It's mental how it's grown, Well, the other thing that I do like about the show is it's the 1 or 2 times of the year when I get to go where I'm not the weird guy,
Yeah. I won't be too sure, Stuart. Because I used to go before I started trading, like many years ago. I was probably like you, Stuart. I was the guy walking around with the camera. I was the guy walking around with my camera. I was poking my face into, always asking the traders if I could take photos of their stock and take photos of their spiders and everything else. I mean, I've got photos from shows like 10, 12 years ago, before I started trading. And even then, everyone was always so everyone's so pleased and happy to talk to you. It's no trouble. They always give you the time. And even way back then, when even Lee Spider Shop basically had 1 or 2 tables when I first started going to shows, and I just used to rock up with my camera and ask them if I could take photos of their stock, and they'd just be more than happy for me to and they'd be like, "Do you want me to get this spider out? I'll handle this blondie just so you can get a photo of it." And it's like, "No, man, you're all right. You don't need to go mental. It's fine." Well,
I don't know. I honestly don't know if I'm taking a camera on Sunday, because it's the first show in several years that I've been to, and I don't want it to turn into a work day.
You want it to enjoy it, man. You want to enjoy it.
I mean, I'm taking my iPhone, obviously. I've got my macro lenses for the iPhone and stuff like that. I can use.
You probably won't need it though. You probably just take some footage of the show and stuff, but just for fun.
I'll be taking some. Just so when I do my video of, look at my new models I've got for the channel, I could just show some of the footage of the show, whom I got them from and stuff like that, Hopefully, I'll have to get some of your links from where I buy stuff from, so I can put that link in the video as well, just so people know where to go. I've already got an unboxing video of Mitch's. I've got one of them on the channel. He probably hasn't even seen it. Yeah.
No. Not at all.
Yeah, I bought. If I can remember well, I might be wrong. Don't hold me on that if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure I bought an orchid mantis from you, and a spiny phloem mantis from you, and I did an unboxing video of it.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'll have to have a look for that. Hopefully everything was all right for you.
Everything was fine, because if it wasn't, you would have known about it.
This is one of the pressures of being a supplier in today's day and age of social media. If you Google Unseen Universe, there's just a whole plethora of unboxing videos on various platforms, and it's just, that's the pressure. You're basically people are opening your box in front of and showing it to the world, and it's like every now and again I miss most of them. I would say 90% of the unboxing videos that people have done, I've never seen. But every now and again, people will send me a message and they'll say, very, very sneakily, they'll send me a message and they'll say, "I'm going to order a mystery box, but I'm going to post it do an unboxing on my YouTube channel." And it's like, damn, now I've got to give them more than what I would normally have given them. So
hold
on.
So that's how you get a good bargain off Mitch there.
That's how you get bargain,
an unboxing video, and you're going to get a one. There you go.
I'll have you know, my mystery boxes, especially the mantis ones, are second to none. They are. But if people message me and say, I'm going to do an unboxing on YouTube, one of your mystery boxes. Like, damn it, now I'm going to have to put even more mantises in there.
on a serious note now, that's why I don't message people. I just buy stuff because I want the genuine experience.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
If there's an issue with a trader, which I had an issue with a trader, but in the end I didn't post it on my channel because, quite frankly, I might have got sued. He's known in the industry. He's from Europe. I think Mitch is nodding up. He probably knows what I'm on about. He's well known for shipping out the wrong thing or
I know who you're talking
dead
about.
things.
We can say his name.
You know what I mean?
Say his name. It's Bartek, man. It's Bartek.
Yeah, that's him. I ordered several
it,
spiders off him, and it took a month for them to turn up. You know?
Yeah.
Only the adults survived.
Yeah,
only the adults survived.
I mean,
you know?
I mean,
and I never got my money back. I mean, back then I was only a small channel, so I was a bit worried about should I mention this, should I not mention it? If it was to happen now, I'll just call them straight out. I don't care.
I mean, you know,
call it out. You know,
I mean, I'm not gonna get into this here, obviously, but yeah, we all know, you know, anybody knows who you're talking about, especially people in the mantis world know who this is. There's even been people have made blogs about this guy. You know, that's how infamous this guy is. You know, so
I mean,
but anyway.
That's to be fair, that's my only bad experience I've ever had.
Yeah, you were just unlucky, man. You were just unlucky that you ordered from that guy. I mean,
I was trying to get something different than a Regal, you know, because
I know what you mean.
Regal on the channel. I just wanted some variety. And I wish I'd never ordered from him.
This is the problem. People, you know, the thing is now there's so many reputable breeders, suppliers, sellers here in the UK. There isn't much you can't get in the UK these days. Obviously, since unfortunately since Brexit, obviously the Europe kind of trade has dried up a little bit. You know, me and a lot of other people I know really struggle to get like stuff in from Europe. You know, like true spiders and various other things like that. Like I had quite a few really good, reliable European sellers, breeders, top quality breeders, who I used to get my true spiders from, my scorpions, you know, things that you don't really get in this country because there's not that many breeders who are doing like that kind of more unique stuff. It's mainly like the Germans are very good at getting, you know, breeding and getting hold of true spiders, scorpions, and various other things that you don't really get in this country. But since Brexit, man, things have dried up so much over the last few years, and it's starting to figure out ways around it now. You know, there's a few little tricks we can do, and channels are just starting to open up a little bit. I've got a couple
I'm always after different types of jumping spiders.
To get there again,
you know?
So
I like my jumping spiders. That's why I was gutted when Safe Fresh jumping spiders went down. You know.
Oh right,
They was a good service.
They were good, definitely.
But you know, I don't know the ins and outs, but as far as I know, they had a bad customer and they just jacked it in. I'm like, you're going to jack it in over one bad customer?
Yeah, I'm sure that
you've got hundreds more that can give you a good positive review. You know,
I'll guarantee there was more to it than that.
Yes, I reckon so. You know, but so getting hold of different jumping spiders, other than the Regals, you can get them from anywhere, and they're easy. But like I said, I like to have a bit of a variety.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, years ago, I used to have a whole variety of like I used to have several species of jumping spiders that I was breeding and selling quite a few years ago. But this is like 7, 8 years ago now, and it just seems like at the moment, you know, I've only got Hylas Diardi and the Regals. There's a few other variants of Regals out there at the moment. You know, like
I'm on the serious hunt for a pale one. Pale. Can I share my screen here? Because I want to bring up a picture.
But
Bear with me, filling for me while
have you got much in the way of true spiders or anything like that, Andy or Francis?
Not so much now. I used to have the Denopus. I'm always on the lookout for more of them.
Yeah.
I don't. Let's just. I'm not going to mention that anymore. But no, I've had a few trues. I've had the Linothelli Phalax and that, but the only one I've got now is it the Fufius species gold, something like that it's called.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's only a little thing. I've had it for about 2 years, and it's a really slow growing thing. But it's looking really cool now, but it's really hard to get any photographs or any shots of because it just appears, grabs the mealworm and it's gone again.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So that's it at the moment. But yeah, I do like true spiders. Wolf spiders are something that I've been saying that I wouldn't mind getting, and the fishing spiders, but I just haven't quite got the room at the moment. I need to get set them shelved up in my living room.
Yeah, they're not small, those fishing spiders, are they? Once they're a good size actually. So,
I had a fishing spider. I used it in Fatal Fangs, I think. But I've had some wolf spiders. I've had fishing spiders. I've had I've got a Soleil. I've had Steatoda pacliana, false widows. I had Amarobius ferox pair at one point. The light weaver.
Yeah.
Nephila. I had a nice, beautiful female Nephila. Gutted when she died.
Yeah.
And I had at one point a adult female Elphalax. She was beautiful. She was amazing. The webbing she did was crazy as well.
Yeah,
they're awesome. The Phalax.
Yeah.
I had one.
I've got
died after a bad mold as an adult. I was gutted.
Yeah,
I think that's what happened to mine.
I've actually got 6 Phalax here that I picked up from. I did that, the unboxing, the rehousing. I did the epic crab spider loose in the room.
I watched that.
I've got 6 Phalax here now. I'm not taking the Phalax to the show. I'm keeping all of them for myself.
No,
but I am taking the Heteropoda venatoria. I'm taking about half a dozen of those, and they're a nice size. So if you fancy something, but they are they're like shit off a stick, basically. So
see, I'd love them, but we've got too many kids still at home. And the 4-year-old grandson here, and although he wouldn't be a problem at all, he'd be like, gives it here, he'd be out looking for it. But
they just
wouldn't be too impressed.
Yeah, they're not very good for educational purposes.
I've got to be careful. She sleeps in a bedroom with 100 odd spiders, so I can't push it too much. You know what I mean?
No, I know exactly what you mean, mate. Right, we've got what we've got here. Talk us through this then, Stuart.
So
what's going on here?
This is my old pale regal jumpy spider. I'm trying to find one to replace that one because she died on me. I just think they're beautiful to photograph.
Beautiful.
Because especially if you get the right scene to put it into, because they just pop out of the screen at you.
Yeah.
And I was gutted when that one died. It was one of those ones as well where everything's fine. You get up one day and it's just on its back. You're sitting there thinking, okay. You know what I mean?
No,
so I am on the hunt for one of those. Hopefully I might be able to find one from the show, but they're hard to get hold of.
good luck with that, I'll be honest.
They're hard to get hold of because you don't know if you've got a pale till they get to an older stage.
Yeah, exactly.
In most of the good traders, as you probably well know, Mitch, you sell out of them quite quickly when they're
anything a little bit different or unique, especially with jumping spiders, because people are screaming out for jumping spiders, different species.
They come to me for them as well. They actually come to me and I'm like, can you tell me, have you got any jumping spiders? I'm like, I don't sell them, I just photograph them.
Six-eyed sand spiders are cool as well. Jay was just saying he'd like a 6-eyed sand spider. I've had one of those before. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind one of them because I know I can't climb the pot.
Yeah, crazy. But they're cool to watch though, the 6-eyed sand spiders. And Jeremy was on about the Dolomites Triton being a good fishing spider if you're short on space. I was going to buy the Triton, but then I went for the larger one, which was the Oceanensis.
That's the one I like, if I'm honest.
That's the one I had. And she had like 3 or 4 egg sacs like before she died, but I had no experience with like egg sacs from true spiders, so I didn't like.
She actually ended up dragging one through the water.
She ate one, dragged the other through the water, and then I just didn't do anything with the third one because I didn't fancy, like, I think Gar had an egg sac or 2 of them, and he had like thousands of them. I was like, yep.
As well.
Yeah, I was like, no, thank you. But they are really cool spiders.
I wouldn't mind one of them. The fish, the spider shop had them for ages, and I kept saying I'm going to get one, I'm gonna get one, and then you know, when you eventually look, and it's like
you've got to be quick, man.
Yeah. And watching them hunt is amazing as well, because I literally do sit on the surface of water and I'd drop like a mealworm or something, or a small cricket or something into the water, and it'd just lunge into the water and grab it. It was so cool.
Oh, they're awesome, man. Fair dudes.
Yeah, I think Dave did quite a good video on his a while back, about a year or two back, setting up a fishing spider. But I'm not sure how it went for him. But I have seen videos of people actually feed them, put actual fish in there, don't they?
Yeah.
And like, you know, just little goldfish or whatever, and they don't mess about, man. Very, very cool. Definitely would like to get something like that set up, but I don't know how much space you really would need to put aside for them. Really, you know, if you want to set it up properly, you know, with the water and have the whole, you know, have it set up properly. But you've got to put a bit of space aside. But I haven't seen Spider Shop have them in for quite a while now, to be honest.
No, they didn't. They had them on there for ages, and like I say, I kept every now and then I'd say, "Oh, I'm going to get one," and then I'd go on and see something different, and I'd order something different, or I'll get that next week or next month or whatever. And then when I eventually decided to go and get one, because I was going to get that and the Hogner Miami as well.
Oh yeah.
And because they'd both gone. And I was like, oh, that's just typical, in it. But again, I think I just ordered something else just to ease the pain, you know.
As you do. Those Hogner Miami are absolutely stunning when they start getting a little bit older. Absolutely beautiful. And the Hogner Smiths as well. They're absolutely with the orange legs. When they get to a certain size and they bring on those orange legs, are absolutely beautiful. I'm hoping I've got a whole bunch of those Hogner Smiths coming in a couple of weeks. I'm hoping to get quite a few of those in, and I've promised myself I'm going to keep some this time, because every time I get them in, I just sell them, and I never actually think to keep some for myself. Sometimes that's a problem, you know, when you like get a lot of cool stuff in. People just go so quickly, and then before you know it, you've not saved any for yourself, and you think, "What? Why did I not keep any for myself?" You start seeing pictures what other people of like 3 or 4 months down the line when they've grown up, and you start seeing those colours coming through, and you think, "Why did I sell all these? Why did I?" And it's like, "Oh yeah, I know why. Because I've got no space for like new stuff." You know, it's almost like it's hard to have stuff for your own personal hobby collection when you've got so much stuff coming through all the time, and you're selling stuff and you're buying stuff or you're breeding stuff. You know, it's quite difficult, really. So
I sometimes have a similar problem, but on the reverse. I'll get stuff in, I'm like, "Oh, I might just keep those, and I might just keep those, and I do
that. That's actually I think I've been saying that to you a lot lately, haven't I, Gav? I've been saying that because my mentality has changed somewhat since I've I have actually scaled back quite a lot in terms of, especially with the mantis stuff. I haven't got half the species that I used to have because I wanted to make more space for to have this sort of setup. And but lately I have been, every time I get something in, I'll be like, I'm going to keep these. It's like
it goes from one extreme to the other, doesn't it?
Yeah, because do you know all it is now? I'm thinking about doing the streams, doing the rehousings, and so I want to keep more cool things so I can show people like the rehousings and do the photography and stuff.
And that kind of thing.
Yeah. So now I'm on the lookout for like cool new things that I can keep for myself. So but yeah, I'm definitely looking to keep those phalax. Definitely, they've already within 24 hours those phalax had already created their weave webs.
Oh, they're awesome.
Just like 24 hours after I'd rehoused them, they'd already set up a nice little kind of weave web. It was really absolutely beautiful.
What I want to know is whether Gav's the voice of reason, or if Gav's a bad influence. You're like, yeah, just keep them all, or if he's like, no, sell them.
Oh, I'm the voice of reason.
Gav's the voice of reason to keep half and sell half.
Gav knows better than to get in my way once I start.
There's Mitch. I can just see it now. He gets some stuff in, and he'll be like, 2 for me, 1 for sale. 2 for me, 1 for sale.
It is a lot. It is a lot like that. Only now since Gav's come along, it's like 2 for me, 1 for Gav, 1 for sale. 2 for me, 1 for Gav, 1 for sale.
Yeah,
so that's kind of how it goes. It's like the Samar Blues I got from Dave. It was like 4 for me, 2 for Gav.
Don't tell anybody about them.
So yeah. No, it's all good, man. It's all good. So you want to speak to Stuart, Claire from Aruna Exotics in the chat. Speak to Claire, Aruna Exotics. I think she's got some jumping spiders on the go, and I know she's got some contacts jumping spiders wise. So so there you go. Claire, speak to Stuart, and hopefully you can hook him up with some jumping spiders. Because at the moment, I don't actually have any jumping spiders for sale. I've just got the DRD, the Hylas DRD, and the P. Regis. They're the only 2 species I've got right now. I'm trying my hardest to get some new species in, because I do miss having loads of different species of jumping spiders, but it's proving quite difficult because everyone I speak to who's got jumping spider pages, they're all just basically breeding and keeping, so nobody's selling anything. So and so nobody's certainly not selling like older pairs. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I want really. So I don't want to mess about. I mean, I'll buy slings if I have to, but I'd rather buy like more grown on, especially with jumping spiders. They don't take long to grow on, but I don't want to wait. I'd rather just get them in older so I can get breeding straight away.
You just want to get straight to the action, basically, don't you?
I want to get straight on with it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm like that, yeah. It's like all my Phomictopus that I've got. A lot of them still have a bit of growing left to do before I'll be able to do any breeding with them. And I'm just there, like up to their enclosures every day. Like, are you ready yet? Are you ready yet?
He keeps going in and looks at them and like, should I sell these and then just get an adult? And I'm like, but you're not going to be able to find one.
Yeah, I know that's the gauntlet you run, isn't it? Because me and Gav are always looking out for like interesting or like sub-adult, adult females, and then it's like you buy the female and in the hopes of that you'll stumble across a male eventually, don't you? So.
And I'm the one. I'm like this, looking in the tanks of almost all the males. The sub-adult males. That it's like, have you hooked out yet? Come on, hurry up.
Or you buy some like juvie or sub-adults, and you're like. I can't find any adults, so I'm gonna have to grow these on, and then so you're waiting for them to grow, and then typically just as one's almost ready, you'll find one that's an adult, and you're like, I wasted all this time. Where were you when I needed you? And then you'll go to buy it, and it'll already be gone, and you're like, right, well, back to the waiting then.
Yeah, the one I did is I bought a couple of females, and I had the adult. They were pairs, but they were like adult females, and they were sub-adult males. But one's a Brachypelma hamori, and one is a Phonopelma simani, and they took ages to molt out, and then they molted, and they hadn't matured. So now I'm waiting, and I've got a funny feeling that just to wind me up, they're probably not going to mature this time out either. Do you know what I mean?
It's like me with my Tripepe, though.
It was like
with what, Gav? Sorry?
Me Nando Tripepe. I'm waiting up male to mature out, and I were hoping this molt was going to do it. It's females ready to go. Still not mature.
Oh, it's a killer, isn't it? I bought the Tapmanakinius polybots. I've spent ages trying to find a male, and I finally got a confirmed male, a sub-adult from the spider shop, and he molted out, and I was like, oh, he's got to be mature. And he isn't. It's like, oh man, it's probably going to be another year.
Yeah.
I had that with my Cancerodes, my Phomictopus Cancerodes. Like, it was about 2 molts, and I was like, yeah, he's going to be mature this time. Didn't. Next molt didn't mature. But then we say all this, and it's a pain when it happens like that. But then those times where you get lucky and they both molt within a good time frame of each other, and they're both mature at the same time, on those rare occasions when that happens, it's so worth it. You just like feel like celebrating, like yes,
yeah.
Because when my male Cancerodes did mature, my female molted literally a week before, and then he molted and he was mature. So I knew that they were both going to be ready to go. So when it does work out, it is well worth it.
Is that the one you streamed the parent?
Yeah, I actually went through 2 males with that. He looks heavily gravid, and she should be about around the right time to drop within the next month or so. So we're keeping our fingers crossed on that one. I'll be over the moon if I can breed a Phomictopus of any kind. But
we've had her.
The Cantharides was the first species that I bought specifically, like a pair of, specifically with the intention of breeding them. So like,
she nailed it straight off.
Yeah, so we're like crossing everything. Being from Barnsley, Ebbs crossing her extra toes. So.
Oh my goodness! Oh, brilliant! I love it. I love it. That's what I love about you guys, man. You always give us a little bit of extra entertainment. Oh my goodness!
You know, on Sunday it might just be me.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
You might be wearing sunglasses.
Yeah, man. Yeah, big glasses.
Steph's just said you're not supposed to be fighting until tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to tuning into your stream tomorrow just to see how you guys are gonna get on.
Ready.
Yeah, I hope I'm near you guys at the show. I hope we're based pretty close together. That would be cool.
Yeah, so, we're hoping that, aren't we?
Yeah, I hope so. Or at least I hope that I can see you right across from you would be cool. So we can
get a megaphone, Mitch. Get a megaphone, Mitch. Mitch, do you have any of these?
Yeah. Well, somebody's got to go when we're mega busy. Somebody's got to go and fetch coffees and stuff. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I see I'm floating around on Sunday. I'm helping out in one way or another with Nick and all that, so I'll be there.
There you go, Andy. You see, Andy can pop round every now and again, Andy, just to make sure we're all right and we don't.
What I'll do is I'll go around buying every hour. I'll go around buying stuff under the guise of getting coffee for everyone.
And Andy's going to do a coffee run like every couple of hours.
Don't mind that up.
Brilliant. That'll be great.
We'll get Andy's himself a little tray and a little pinning.
Although, guys, I wouldn't get too excited because it isn't a leisure centre, isn't it? Or is it a sports hall? I can't remember now.
I think it's a leisure centre.
It's a leisure centre, so you're basically going to be reduced to a vending machine, coffee vending machine.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they won't be serving real tea, will they?
Yeah, it just depends. It depends. You never know. Some shows you go to, and if it's just a leisure centre, it's usually just like whatever facilities the leisure centre has on the day, So vending machines and
Bedford had a burger van outside, which was pretty cool. They didn't mean.
Yeah, every now and again you go to a place and they'll set up because they know there's a show going on. They'll set up. You'll get an independent coming in who does like a little bit of tea and coffee, at a table, a few biscuits, maybe a bacon butty. If you're lucky, you get a bacon butty. It just depends. You just never know.
Is it a big venue? Have any of you been to it before?
No, it's new. They've not done it here before, so
Ebbs knows the area. But Ebbs was just saying there is local to it. There is like a Costa Coffee and a Burger King and stuff like that. So Andy, we'll just send you to Costa, mate.
It's literally just around the corner.
If he's going right, he might as well get some burgers. Why is that as well?
Steph and some leisure centres have fancy cafes. I'm not sure whether or not we are talking about Barnsley, Steph. So
yeah, Andy, if you pay, I promise we'll get you the money back after.
I was going to say that'll be an expensive Just Eat order, won't it?
So we'll see. Hopefully, as Steph says, hopefully it might be a posh leisure centre. So we'll see. You never know. So yeah, that'll be good.
You are not rickrolling me live on bloody YouTube. Get lost.
What?
The daughter's just texted me saying, "Look at this," with a little YouTube link. She's going to rickroll me. Not happening. I'm not that stupid.
Andy's going to have his own. Steph says Andy's going to have his own table just for coffee.
Hey, do you know what? Yeah, I'm missing out on a trick here, aren't I, really?
Rocky, we have a Tim Martin's
Come on, Andy. Rock up. Come on, Andy.
An urn. And there'll be a winner.
I will never forgive Rocky Mountain Spider Freaks for introducing me to Tim Hortons.
It's just so good, isn't it, Francis?
I can't.
Oh man, what's this? Am I missing out on something?
Say that I can't bring myself to say that it's better than Costa. Like, I will never say that, but
it's good.
It's good.
I want some. Rocky Mountain Spider Freaks, I want some of this coffee. What is this coffee we speak of?
Incredible.
Mitch,
I do like a nice cup of coffee.
And they deliver it. Donut, chicken sandwiches.
And it's not expensive either.
No.
Where's this from?
Tim Hortons.
Oh, there's one of them in Cheshire Oaks. Yeah.
It's good and it's not expensive either. Right. I almost fell over sideways when they gave me the bill. I thought they'd made a mistake.
I'm going to go to bed, so I will see you tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I'll be honest. I'm going to wrap this up soon. Anyway, see you tomorrow night, Evs. Thank you. Thanks so much for tuning in. See you later.
Bye.
I'm gonna wrap this up soon anyway, guys, because it's getting a bit late and I've got such a busy day tomorrow. I've got a massive day. Got to get up early. I've got to go and pick the van up at 11, Gav, and then I'll be coming around to your gaff. And I've got to try and get all my work done in the bug room in the morning before I start thinking about doing all the show stuff. So I've got such a busy day tomorrow. Going to be up at crack of dawn. Going to be at it all day long. I've still got so many things to do. Do you think it's going to take you all day tomorrow then, Francis?
Possibly.
It's one of those things.
So I think he is all when I'm sat in the field.
It's one of those things. It's one of those things, Francis, where it's like, think about how long you think it's going to take you, and then add on an extra 4 hours.
Which is exactly why, like, I'm planning to have the whole day, so that, like, because if I gave myself a couple of hours, I know it'll take twice as long.
Don't do it, man. Don't do it, dude. Give yourself. Just give yourself the day if you can. Get all your feeding and stuff done in the first thing in the morning, and then just give yourself the day. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I mean, I've probably already spent a good 10 hours this week prepping already.
Oh, I've been in there today as well, doing stuff as well. Like, it's just been non-stop.
Yeah. So I've got so much to do tomorrow, but it's all good fun. It's all good fun because. Even though it's quite stressful, all the prepping, getting everything ready and everything, when you've got your stall set up and you're ready to go on the day, honestly, it's such a good feeling, that sense of accomplishment, when you're ready and they say, right, doors are opening in like 5 minutes or whatever, and you've got your stall set up and you're ready to go. Honestly, it's absolutely fantastic. There's no better.
It's something I'm not going to forget. I won't forget it. I know that much.
Yeah, it's going to be such a good feeling. I'm so buzzing for you, man. I really am. I'm really buzzing for you. Honestly, I'm actually a little bit jealous. When somebody comes up, when you meet somebody and they say they've never watched Game of Thrones or, and they start watching it and it's like they watch that first episode and you think, damn it,
yeah.
I'm so jealous. That's how I feel about your first show, man. It's like. I can't even remember how I felt on my first show. That's how many shows I've done over the last several years, So for you to just be doing your first one, I'm gonna be living it through your eyes, man. I can't wait. It's gonna be great. I really can't wait. I'm so excited for you. So yeah. But So what we doing?
We're all going for Bramble.
Yeah, apparently we're going
for Bramble. Yeah.
Everyone have a bit round for Bramble.
Sorted.
Sorry, Gav, what was happening?
Have your horse heads? Have they started dropping eggs yet?
Oh, mate, I've got shitloads. But if I'm honest, right, I don't know what to do with them, right? Because I can't find anything online about like incubating them and that. So what I did is I was worried about keeping the soil moist and them rotting at the bottom of the soil. So I thought, right, I'll dig some out and I'll keep them and incubate them as I normally would everything else. And anything else that they lay afterwards, I'll leave in the pot and see what works well. And I left the tub of soil out overnight, out of their enclosure. And overnight, one of them has just literally exploded and left like all its eggs all over the bottom. So I must have about 120 or said grasshopper eggs there at the moment, and I've seen them laying more. But I'm not sure. Like I say, I've just got them all incubating as I would normally, bit damp tissue with as I would with stick insects. But I don't know if that's the right thing to do or not. Pardon?
Yeah. If you take the pot out with the soil and then just mesh the top.
Yeah.
That it? Yeah.
Yeah. Just keep it slightly moist.
Yeah. Just so that they're not on the soil, but they're they may as well be. They're getting the moisture.
No, mesh over the top.
Yeah.
Right, mesh over the top so that they can't escape once they come through. Right, well, I'll do that with the pot because, like I said, I just wasn't sure. I thought if I take these out, because I didn't want to risk them rotting, and I thought I'll take these out and then I'll leave any ones that they lay in the future in there, and I'll just see which one works best. But I've got a load of eggs that have started hatching over the last couple of days. Is it Nichwa Rebe, or something like that? They're quite cool. I think it's the spotty stick insect or something they were called when I bought.
I know which one you mean, yeah.
Well, they're pretty cool. I had them, Christ, I think they've been paired since about the middle of October. And they're still at it now, and she's just dropping eggs every week. But
yeah, that's what my death feigning beetle's like. He fancies some. He goes, I'm not kidding, right? He'll go to the corner where she is, drags her out by a leg, does his business, and then lets her go off and do about business. Every couple of days he does that.
Wow.
Yeah, they're at it all the time, man. All the time. All the time.
They don't
stop. They don't stop. They just do it all the time. The males are just on them. In fact, you don't even need to do anything. If you get the death feigning beetles, you put them together, they are at it immediately. They don't need time to acclimatise. They don't need time. Honestly, they're just doing it constantly.
Resting.
Resting. Resting.
He had it earlier.
Oh, man. I miss having death feigning beetles. Definitely need to get some more again.
It's completely alive with grubs.
I've literally never had death feigning beetles. It's the one thing I've kept meaning to get and I've never had.
Yeah, they're another thing I've never got round to myself yet. I've seen them a few times at shows and that, but again, just not at shows, but at the show they had them. But when we were doing Carfest and everything with the Bugfest lot, they had them there, and I actually dropped one of Nick's in the middle of the festival and lost it.
Oh God!
Yeah, but what was really mad is the following day when we were actually packing everything up, I lifted the enclosure and it was underneath it, crawled underneath the enclosure. So I actually managed to find it, but yeah, for 24 hours I thought I'd lost one of his beetles, I was gutted.
Some people cohabit blue death feigning beetles with like H. arizonensis, desert hairy scorpions, don't they? That's what I really wanted to do. I wanted to set up an enclosure with them together, and I had a H. arizonensis, and every time I went to get some blue death feigning beetles, for one reason or another, I didn't. And then, unfortunately, my desert hairy died, unfortunately. So it's just something that I've never got round to.
Yeah, I think Greg might have them cohabit.
I had them cohabited for ages, man. I had a Hadurus, and a bunch and 5 death feigning beetles. I've got them on my loads of pictures and stuff. I actually saw some really, really interesting behaviour where the death feigning beetles actually were they cleaned the scorpion. There was a lot of cleaning going on. Yeah, I've got some video footage and all sorts from.
That's cool.
This is a couple of years ago. So they look really well together as well. They got on really well. There was no problems. I never saw any problems. And the beetles definitely look like they are cleaning the, you know, like in between the pincers, you know, right in all the kind of individual joints, you know, where all the problem areas might be for something like a scorpion. They were definitely in there. You could see them in like cleaning in between all the joints and things like that. Yeah, I've got loads of like photos and a bit of video footage and stuff. It's actually really, really interesting to watch because they all only really come out at night. So like during the day, you wouldn't see any of them.
Yeah.
And then at night, the scorpion and the beetles, they'd all just be really active.
Might be something I actually pull the trigger on. Maybe if there's any at the show, maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, well, I think everyone basically just waits for Lee to have his North America import, and then that's when we get flooded with death-baiting beetles.
They're meant to be quite difficult to breed in captivity, aren't they?
Well, breeding is not a problem. This is what we were just saying before. Breeding, they'll breed all day long. They just breed. The males are on the females constantly. You don't have to do anything. They're just innately randy, basically. They're just doing it all the time. It's the incubating of the larvae. That's the real. It's been a problem, but people are slowly starting to figure out what it is they need to do. And in fact, Gav's going to show you now some. Here we go.
It's getting them to that size. It's the
Wow.
problem. So that has one more molt to go, and it'll start pupating.
I really hope you manage to do that, dude. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. They just look like standard mini worms almost.
He's lying to us, really. It's just a Mario worm, isn't it?
That's all you see, isn't it? Straight away.
Yeah.
But they're very, very cool, and I really hope Gav. I hope he gets some success with that. So they're just from that's just from that 4 that I just passed on to you, isn't it, Gav? Last year. 3,
yeah.
So yeah. So
Jeremy,
hopefully
the floor is absolutely littered.
Yeah.
With grubs.
I mean, there is one or two articles out there now where people have shown. I think I don't know if there's any videos on YouTube, but there's definitely some link somewhere. You know, if you go to the Facebook group, Death Feigning Beetle Facebook group, there's definitely some links in there from people who have documented how they've incubated the larvae and how the success that they've had. People
are San Diego paper's nonsense.
Oh right, there's San Diego paper. Yeah, I've not looked at that. So
they tell you to separate the grubs for better incubation, and I did that the first time, lost them all. This time round, I've left them in the enclosure with the adults. The adults actually clean them.
Oh, that's cool.
So I've had better success keeping them all together.
Yeah.
Jeremy says his communal's been going strong for almost a year now.
Yeah.
So that's good, I suppose. Have you had any success, Jeremy, or is it? Or what?
Yeah, keep a lookout for the larvae, Jeremy, because it gets buried. The larvae will just get buried, and you've probably got a lot of larvae in there. You probably just haven't even spotted it, because it can be mistaken for just like poop and stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's just unless you know what you're looking for. So, he's got all females. There you go. He's got all females.
I'm gonna have to shoot off, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I am. Just in the time.
I am going to wrap this up soon anyway, guys. So, Stuart, thanks very much for tuning in, my friend.
No worries.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And I'll hold you to that. We'll once we've got a little bit more time later on, dude, we'll definitely hook up and do a macro stroke tech geeky type stream, and we'll get our macro
just
on.
find me an email off.
All right, dude. Yeah. Nice one, mate.
No worries.
Catch you later, man.
I'll speak to
Thanks
you all
so
again.
much.
Obviously, I'll see you all on Sunday.
Yes, Sunday, my friend. See you later.
Man.
See you on Sunday.
See you later.
See you later,
guys.
Andy, are you off as well?
I am, mate. Yeah, I'm going to shoot off.
Nice one.
I'll catch you all on Sunday.
Andy, and I'll see you on
Thank
Sunday,
you very
my
much
friend.
for having me.
I like white, no sugar in mine, dude. So
see you all soon.
All right then, buddy. Take care, man. Take care. See you, mate. Woo! Right. I think we're going to wrap it up, guys. I think we're going to wrap it up because we've all got a busy day tomorrow. So we're going to crack on. So listen, Francis, thanks so much, man, for coming on.
A pleasure, as always.
I know you're busy, so I appreciate you giving us a bit of time. So I'll tell you what, man. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'm dead excited for you, man. I really am. I can't wait.
Excited.
So we're gonna look forward to that. So if you're not tuning in tomorrow night, tomorrow night there's no stream here, but go and see if you're looking for something to do with your Saturday night from 6 o'clock onwards. Invert Kingdom UK, they are live streaming their kind of show preparations from 6 o'clock onwards. There's a good chance that there might be a bit of cat fighting going on. There might be some elbows in the face. There might be some back slaps and all kinds of things going on. Who knows what's going to happen? I'm going to keep dipping in and out anyway, buddy. I'll be in and out every now and again, saying hello and see how you're getting on. So if you want to do something interesting tomorrow night and see a little bit of prep, go over Invert Kingdom UK. Francis and Ebbs setting up, preparing for their first ever show. Get over there, guys, and tune into their stream tomorrow night. So there you go. There's the link right there. Tune into that tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. And should be good. So I'll see you guys there. So thanks a lot, Francis.
Cheers,
I am going to call this a night. Thank you to everybody in the chat. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, thank you so much. And if you are going to the show on Sunday, please remember, come and say hi. I know you will. I'll be the guy wearing the rose in case you don't recognize me. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Come and see you on Sunday. If I don't see you Sunday, then I'll see you another time. So thank you so much, guys. Good night and bye. Woo!